We coming. We see y'all in the comments talking shit. We gonna be with y'all in a minute. We miss y'all too. Wow. What's going on, people? We're back. We're
Bondy,
back.
can you highlight a comment for me?
Yes.
Can you highlight Zon Troy? I hope I said it right.
Okay,
Z Alexander. Y'all doing all that talking in the chat, but them lights ain't giving what they need to give.
Oh, not y'all complaining, but y'all ain't like not a goddamn thing. Hold
It's
up.
me
I
trying
have
to
a sound
smack
for
and it
that
ain't even
too.
loud.
This is to y'all. Okay? Y'all gonna let us get the kinks out, get our audio and visual issues together. Y'all gonna let us fucking cake on the phone like high school girls if we feel like it. We was coming. Shit. Nah, we appreciate y'all.
Y'all know how to
Right,
go.
stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. Notifications.
Okay?
It
Are
is.
your notifications on?
Y'all been harassing us on Twitter and stuff. We was coming. We was at the door.
Okay.
You know, we had to run
listen.
back and find our keys. You know how I go. You trying to hurry
I
up
got a
and get
onesie
on.
on. I have a onesie on. It take me a long
Oh,
time to
that's
go to
a
the
cute
bathroom.
onesie. I ain't seen a short sleeve. Like it don't look
No,
as
it's a t-shirt. It's my brown one, but I have the t-shirt on under it. So
Oh,
oh,
okay,
it's a
okay,
whole
okay, okay.
situation when you gotta like disrobe
Yes.
and like
yeah.
slide it all the way down and everything, and then you gotta put it back up and then make sure the cup's not all messed up, girl. It's too much. So it took us a minute, but we back with the jump off. Goons in the club, case some jump off. Listen, and we really not gonna hold y'all. Hold up.
Not you over
Let me
there
ask.
rapping Lil Kim with everything going on.
Listen, she made it, okay? All right, we know she's got a story to tell. Okay, listen, we feel like all of y'all hoes got a story to tell. We wish
Audio.
yo, bitch it. Hold up, y'all. Cause this hoe gonna act funny. She ain't gonna do nothing. This hoe gonna act funny. But y'all tell them how y'all doing while I get this together.
How you
We
doing, Jami?
doing good. I'm doing good.
I feel
Okay.
you on that.
You finna be me for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting over here being Bondy for a little bit.
Good luck.
Okay. Get back.
What I gotta
Period. Now you got it. That's it. You got it right there.
do? Yeah.
But yeah, I'm feeling good. It's been a cool week. You know what I'm saying? Busy week, kind of, because I had my shower on Sunday and stuff. But
Oh yeah.
having
She
to put
looks
up
so
all this
beautiful,
stuff.
Jami.
You, thank you, thank you. It was a nice. It was a nice girl. Still got more
Yeah.
stuff to put up. We got so much stuff, so we're getting it
Mhm.
together. How are you doing?
I'm good. I've just been worked. Very, very much worked.
For sure.
You know how you be trying to balance life. You be trying to like go out to brunch. You be trying to work out. You be trying to work. You be trying to like, oh, I should meditate in the morning. And then I'm also trying to learn Spanish on Duolingo every night so I can
I
keep
know
my
you're trying to
streak.
learn Spanish.
Yes, I am. I'm on my 44-day streak.
How is it going?
It's cool. I mean, it's just I've only been able to dedicate like 3 minutes a day instead of like the 10, 15 that I used to do.
¿Cómo te llama?
No. Ma'am Necey Dixon.
Me llama Amelia. I think I said it right. Listen, when you say that to the people that speak Spanish, I be like, don't ask me nothing else. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all como te llama.
See, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
You know.
I think I said
Yes.
it right.
Yeah. See, whenever I be going to like the Mexican restaurants, I be practicing how to order in Spanish.
Oh,
but
nice.
I get up there and I be shaking in my boots and I'm like, shit, I'm not about to embarrass myself. I can't do it. Because, you know, like the Spain Spanish is different than the Mexico Spanish.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Dominican Spanish is different too. So when you pop up in front of them, usually the Spanish that you learn is the Spain Spanish. So you pop up in front of the real Mexican speaking Duolingo, they're gonna be like, girl, if you don't get the fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're gonna call you. What they gonna call you? They're gonna call you that word.
Gringo.
Yeah, gringo. They're gonna call
what
you
is a gringo?
No, like
I used to hear it, but I never. So then you say it's a what?
An American.
So then what is a punta? Is that like a bitch? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Jami, did you get the gift yet?
You know, I thought about that today. I have to go to my P.O. box.
Okay.
I figured you would have to. So I was just gonna wait for you to say you got it.
I will do that tomorrow.
Okay.
I thought about it this evening though. I was like, God dog it.
Oh, y'all know I turned 29 while we were gone.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Thank y'all.
Okay, hold up. Yes. Happy
birthday.
Thank y'all. I just ate the whole weekend away.
Did you?
That's
what
really
you had?
Literally. I had ramen on Friday. Then I went to Kitchen and Cocktails in Dallas. Oh,
is that where we went to that time?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where we went. They've been much better lately. I don't know, but it was real good. Then I went to STK.
Okay.
Y'all.
Good.
I was talking shit a couple weeks ago about how the girls be like, Nick and Sam's. STK is that place now where like everybody got on their glitter 21st birthday dresses.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get up out of here. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And it's expensive, but it wasn't really like, it's not given. Now it's like, I'm feeling like I'm older now. Like if I go to a steakhouse, I want dim lights. I want you to pack my food up when I leave. I want it quiet. I don't want no loud ass music. I don't want to see the glitter dresses. How we gonna split the check ass tables? I don't want that. And that's what STK was. It just, I don't really recommend.
Wow. I've never been to the one we got here. I've never been.
We don't have. I go to Chop House. It's my preferred steakhouse. And I get exactly that low, that low light. Two waiters per table, pack it up for me right on the little, they bring out the little tray and they pack it up for you right in your face. So nobody's spitting in your food. And sometimes they give you a little extra because they don't want you to go home with less than you came with. It's a great experience. Somebody needs to take me back there soon. Chop House. Make a reservation. But yes. It's so good to see y'all. It's been a lot.
Yeah,
going on. As y'all know, your girl went to Ghana. Willa away. Ooh, nah. There are gonna be more retreats. Okay. We're going to Thailand, to Phuket, which is on my list of places that I wanted to go before I died. So we're checking them off the list, honey, and we'll be there in June. So hopefully y'all will come through.
Is that like around your birthday?
Yeah, it's June 18th. So it's like after. Y'all know my birthday is May 26th. So
May 20.
That's a good time. Good time to be celebrating my 36th.
Absolutely.
So,
that's gonna be nice.
I'll enjoy that. But with that being said, I don't want to wait any further because there's so many damn topics to get through.
Mm-hmm.
And we just gonna start right off with something I was really trying not to talk about, and that's Rose Reed on Carlos King's show.
Okay.
This was a good starter.
Are you laughing at me? Okay. So he does that a lot. And like he's trying to find it real deep inside himself to empathize with her. Like
Oh,
it mm, just a tad bit for me. I'm not gonna go in on Carlos. This is a really good interview for him. Part two of it anyway. The first part bored me to tears. I wanted to come
Yes.
back
I
for the
have
second
not
part.
caught part two. I'm mad. I forgot.
Part two is the better
Yeah, it
part.
was about 15 minutes long.
When did it
It's
drop?
not even that long. Monday.
Ah,
Okay, I missed it. Yeah, I had a lot going on.
So
That's why.
there's nothing to see.
this is the breakdown. Royce Reed speaks on Dwight making her sign a contract that says she couldn't speak on him. He garnished her mother's wages when she said that he was her son's father. She and her mother shared a bank account. She would put money in it for her mom. So he intentionally had them garnish the wages on that specific account because it sounds like she had another one. And he specifically made them garnish the wages on her mom's part, the account she had with her mom. Her mom was a guidance counselor, a high school guidance counselor. And he did
What?
that because he was upset that she told Wendy Williams he was the father of her child. And he's never given that money back, even though he always denies it. She says she was convinced to come and stay with him during quarantine because one of the baby mamas had died and everybody was feeling like they didn't know what was going to happen. So they go and live with him for like 2 months until she escaped one early morning. Okay. Apparently he had not changed. He was the same. He said he was going to help her by getting her an audition with Tyler Perry. I don't know how he was going to do that, but okay. He know people, but yeah,
He
never
know
mind.
people.
I'm about to say, look,
When
that
you
just
said
made
that
me be
body, I was
like,
like,
Mm.
yeah, I instantly caught it. I caught it. I was like,
they they know
okay.
people.
Wow, this
Ah,
is wild.
okay. And she kept all of her phones through the years, that had the text messages and a lot of the, abuse and the things that have been said and done. She kept all her phones, and she said she keep them motherfuckers like they're somewhere in a safety deposit box. And in case some shit happened to her, here's the location of all the phones, like that type of shit. She says she's in fear for her life. She feels like she's an ant fighting an elephant. She has spent most of her wealth that she gained on basketball wives defending herself in court because every year he files some bullshit to have her brought back in court. I know men who do shit like this, they know they can like financially exhaust the woman. It makes her easier to control, especially if she's somebody that's hard to control, like Royce. She says she's broken. And the situation with her son, so it seems as if when her son, she got arrested because her son was around her boyfriend's kids and he wasn't supposed to be. Apparently, the boyfriend was arrested as well. It wasn't just her that got arrested, but her story was the only one that came out that seems kind of suspect to me. But she says that the situation with her son, I feel like, when has Dwight had him? Because to me, it feels like he saw something. Because when you think about with the man who accused him of assault recently, what he said is that Dwight said he needed to put his kids to bed, and then he called him over to have the threesome with him in the kitty person.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of feel like that tells me you're probably doing these things in main living spaces, thinking that you frightened your kids enough that they won't come out, and they end up sometimes coming out. I think that the son has probably seen him do shit and
I
tries.
think so.
I've thought the exact same thing.
I
That's
also
what I,
believe, you know how like sometimes when kids are younger, they find their parents' stash of like pornography. I feel like the things could have possibly been recorded, and that baby could have stumbled upon some stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And saw stuff with his dad. That's just an opinion, not a fact. But I definitely think he had an impact on why that baby is the way that he is. Dang, girl. Back in the day, I feel like being a girlfriend of a basketball player used to be like this big deal, big thing. You used to get so much privilege that comes with it. And now, no, ma'am, it's not as glorified, now as it was then. Like,
Low key, anybody famous, because what do they be on?
truth.
Like, I get it. That's why people say just make me rich. I don't care about being famous. But even the rich people who you don't know be on some shit too.
They really
It's
do.
I don't know, but I agree with both of y'all. like you said, it's an opinion. I definitely think that the baby saw something. And I'm surprised that Royce spoke on it with Carlos.
I'm glad she did. Did y'all hear that he's trying to get custody of his daughter now?
Yes, I was gonna bring that up. That he's trying to get custody of another child. Like I think she's what 13
I think
that
that's
he
right.
has with another baby mama. Hold up,
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to pull up that story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think any child is safe with Dwight.
I
I
don't think
hope that no
nobody's
judge will allow
yeah,
that.
I hope not either. Like we need to figure out what's going on.
But the
You
thing
committing crimes in
is,
your house while your child is around the corner? Like, are you okay?
You
the
know,
oth- the other thing I will say is, I'm not trying to come for Royce at all,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't fault her for anything. But I wonder if it's been like if he's gotten the help that he's needed since, because the reason
Mm.
why she was arrested, from what they said, was his situation with another kid.
it was
And
the
they
boyfriend's
said
son.
the boyfriend's son, and they told her that it was neglect,
Mhm.
basically. So
Because it wasn't supposed to be around the other one. But at first she said that she thought that they said he could be around other people, but in, somebody's there. Um, what's it called? Y'all help me.
Like supervision type?
Supervision.
Okay.
Supervise. He can be around other people. But the thing is, the kids are upstairs in a room and y'all are downstairs in the
right,
living room. And even though somebody's home, things still happen if you're not paying attention.
Watch.
Y'all could
Yep.
have fell asleep and whatever. And that's so unfortunate because that doesn't really mean that somebody isn't being a good parent. You don't know your child is going to do something like that.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I understand where you're coming from. And I do, I feel like there has to be something said for the fact that Royce probably doesn't have the financials that really is needed, you know what I'm saying, in this situation, like lawyers, doctors, all of those things. And
Mhm.
it don't look like Dwight is, the helpful kind. But let me read y'all what they said about this situation with the other kid.
Okay.
Dwight Howard wrote in court documents that the 13-year-old's mother, Tiffany Render, has been keeping him out of their child's life. He said Render hasn't been sharing information with him about the teen's education, health, and well being, and suddenly moved her to Florida without his knowledge back in July. The NBA champion also claimed Layla has been posting a series of inappropriate things online since their move, adding that he has been unable to do much about it. He reportedly wrote in the legal docs, Render failed and refused to provide access to the minor child and failed and refused to discuss in good faith the minor child's relocation, unenrollment in her prior school, or enrollment in her new school in Florida. Speaking on the nature of the alleged inappropriate TikTok videos, Howard claimed Layla has been flipping off the camera and wearing clothing not appropriate for a person her age. There are
Mm.
videos of the minor child scantily clad and or in age inappropriate clothing with vulgar sexual songs playing in the background, where in which the minor child is making sexually inappropriate gestures and innuendo. Like what? This? Like in addition, Howard said that Render had their daughter partake in filming for the Real Housewives of Orlando without his knowledge of consent, and she stripped him of his parental rights following their move. So for me, I feel like this is a pattern for him using the court system to bully his child's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what this seems like to me. It also feels as
How
if
old
you
did you
just
say
want
the
to
daughter was?
Like
13.
13.
Mm. I
You
seen a
just
lot of
want
that
to.
shit when I was 13.
I mean, we all
I
did.
hate to say it.
I
I
mean,
hate to say it.
despite okay, so how I want to say this. One, it's kind of like despite what his sexuality is, what he got going on, Miss Ma'am should not be on social media carrying on in that type of fashion. So mama just might need to be checked. But at the same time, it's given who the hell do you think you are when you're committing again crimes around the corner, okay, in the next bedroom from your other child, and you want to sit over here and try to police what she's
And
doing over there?
grabbing people's dick.
Allegedly.
It's definitely
No,
giving
no,
some type
no.
of
There's a
control.
video. There's a
Oh,
video of
oh.
Oh
him
yeah, that video on the
after
court.
game.
Mm-hmm.
That
When
was
he goes over
clear.
and just puts his hands in between one of his players, legs, trying to grab his stuff.
Uh-uh.
Hmm.
Yeah. And they say that, oh, that's not a big deal because, the basketball players play like that. They're goofy and
Hell
stuff. Well,
no.
the type of rumors that are out there about you. So it's going to hit a whole lot different. I mean, really, it wouldn't matter because if LeBron did that, that'd be all over the like, what the hell LeBron got going on? Like,
For real, nobody would
just don't
excuse
be
you
over there
grabbing
violating
another
people
man's
like
dick.
that.
I gotta look at it now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just
Caught in the
violating
act.
people. That's wild. I am glad that Royce, this is what I was saying though. I feel like Royce has always known a lot about this man. That's the real reason he gave her that damn gag order. Not so much as I don't want you to tell everybody that I'm your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? But I think that she knew a lot and he couldn't control exactly what she would say going on that damn show. So he gagged the lady. And I really hate that. I feel like that stifled Royce.
How is that even legal? The thing that blew my mind was like, I knew that she wasn't supposed to say his name or say that he was her child's father. But the thing that blew my mind, okay, that was quick. I love it. The thing that blew my mind was that she couldn't be in proximity of anyone even having a conversation about him. That's part of it. So how is that part even legal? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. And when she got on the show, he wasn't even the basis of her storylines. So I didn't understand. He just didn't, I don't know. It just gives, I hate women.
Yeah.
But I use them as enough of a prop to get my nut off. But
oh yeah.
I don't care for them for real type.
And then the other thing was that he was trying to create some type of sister wives.
I think that's what Bondy was mentioning when they all had to stay with him during quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
She said afterwards he propositioned her and asked her to be the leader.
What kind of stuff is he, girl?
I mean,
it's wild.
Nick Cannon got a leader.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what they say.
Yeah. I was about to say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, y'all getting commercials while y'all on this live. Yeah, y'all are. Because I gotta make my money.
This is every bit of a violation. And because y'all play so much in the NBA, y'all get to use that as an excuse to sexually assault your teammates. And I hate it for y'all. Like, what the hell? You can't do that. It's violation, baby.
And it was the comfort he felt doing it. And the dude was so uncomfortable. Like, he was like,
hey, what you doing? Like, you could,
Yes, like, oh, he was completely caught off guard. Like, and he just just grabbed this man's junk. Look at the Asian man in the background that sees what's going on. Look. Both of them.
And then both of them got their drink. They know what the hell going on. They over there sipping.
Look. Look. Paco over here in the button down, in the long sleeve button down in the hat. He definitely picked that drink up faster because look. Listen.
He said, I need to
unsee this. Baby, you see this? This is wild. I can't. Sips tea.
The end of the interview was a little bit awkward though when she was crying and Carlos was like, but you still can read. Oh yeah, she was crying. Talking about how she living paycheck to paycheck.
She's broken.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. She said that her family hate when she say it, but she's broken. And she was crying. And I'm like a little concerned for her that, something will follow post the interview. Like another lawsuit is what I'm referring to.
But I hope not. Dang. Possibly. You never know. You never know because he knows that she ain't got it. I mean, hopefully a reality show or something to pick her up.
Not even just that. She need to write a book and include all of them fucking text messages and all of that shit like a frame of reference, okay? Like digitize that shit and put it in a book and sell it on best time bestsellers, having a baby.
I would buy it.
I would buy it too, bitch. Please give me all the deets. And then also you got to add stories in there about other fucked up people. You can't just use him. You got to put other people in there too. We want to hear about these other people.
Girl, he gonna stop that so quick. He gonna stop that shit so quick.
Honestly, he may not be able to at the end of the day. Like, he may not be able to stop her because I feel like at this point, the original shit she signed should be null and void because he's talked about, the fact that she, the kid is his. Like, he's done all of these things. So essentially, she was saying that the contract should be null and void, which is why she's talking now. Because
Got you.
she found out now, because the lawyer she had, I think the lawyer she had originally was somebody that was working for him.
Mm.
I won't
Oh
be
yeah,
Because
she
they
surprised.
did
read it
say she couldn't afford proper.
I won't be surprised.
right.
Mm.
And that's how a lot of things happen to people back in the day. You thinking that they getting you a lawyer so that the lawyer will have your best interest at heart. And no, the lawyer is there to make sure you sign the paperwork, whatever it is that they want you to sign, because they know you don't understand legalese and you're relying on this lawyer to give you the information you need from the documents. But that's not what the point is.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to fuck you. And so that's what basically ended up happening with her. She signed something that was really crazy. And should have never really been upheld if you really think about it. But people with money. He said that is
Yeah.
because he has so much. He's able to get away with a lot of things, and
Aren't they all?
aren't they all? So let's continue on, y'all. We got another one coming.
I robbed some women of their baby making years, dragging them along. They built me up. Look at me now, and look at them. If you were creative, I folded you into my artwork. If you were in my artwork, I gave you a job. I gave you a job. I mastered your life. I gave you a house, food, everything you needed. I protected and provided for you. I did what men are supposed to do. I remember different quotes I said, like just like really manipulative things to say, like, no one's gonna love you the way I do. My God, I'm ashamed of it. And that's what makes me angry when I see my brothers do that. We can't do that to the women that have done so much for us to even exist. And I saw myself for the first time. All the things I'm saying now, woo, horror. Bit by bit, I stripped myself of my former self. And I swore that the next relationship that I would get in, I would work as hard at love as I worked in my career.
I would have to see the full video to see what all that chopped up was about.
Yeah, was that spoken word?
Good
No.
night.
I
Niecy.
thought it was spoken word. Why was he talking like that?
Because he's manipulative. The fact that you clock that is a special thing. Okay, the fact that you clocked it, talking in a rhythm, makes you know that he was on some bullshit. Okay, I ain't gotta see the whole thing. I think the motherfucker is like a lot of smart men that use therapy jargon to entrap their next victim. This video and this ad that he was doing in what seemed to be some form of black and white, some sepia color. I don't fucking know. All I know, it was meant to be deep. And all I see is listen, I tell y'all about men of a certain hue. Okay. Y'all can say what y'all want to. It may not be all, but a lot of men of a certain hue have some very horrific personalities, child. It's something about them thinking that they pretty that just takes it out there somewhere. If they think they pretty and you add colorism aspect on top of that, so the world is validating that they pretty, and they ain't have to grow up being told they was ugly in no type of way. Bruh, the beige brothers, they'll fuck your life up, man. This is what I've learned.
Yeah.
And that's what this felt like to me.
I think deep down inside, a lot of them men know how insecure as fuck they are and how I really be thinking they don't think they are that attractive, but they know that you think that shit. Because I think so many women approach them, as you were saying, making them believe that shit, like they ain't ugly or this or that. So they know how they can finesse and get away, with a lot of shit. I mean, I'll be honest, Jidenna is very handsome. He probably would have
He used to be.
got me at some point. Okay, hello, probably would have been all in my psyche. But I wonder if he really learned. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
To say he's gonna work just as hard at love as he did
That I didn't believe.
Career, I'm like, that's not what it's about. Like, to me, okay, so the real self-growth is learning that the love you really need is like love of your fucking self. So the promotion of looking for love in other people tells me that no, you haven't done the work just yet. Thank you for the super chat, Teresa.
Yeah, I was bothered by that whole thing because to me it just felt, number one, the spoken word, right? I think, was he barefoot?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that bothered me. He was trying to like reek of authenticity, and he really wasn't. And then the other thing is like, it just felt like a plot. Like, let me tell y'all the shit that I do so y'all will be more attracted to me while making you think that I'm being transparent. I wasn't here for any of it. He don't look as good as he used to look either.
I think it's the plaits in the front of the head. It's
And I
not
tell
getting
y'all these
classic
plaits.
man like it used to.
The plaits. I need for everybody to understand. It's not a look. I know y'all want it to be. I recognize that y'all really want those little brat plaits to be a thing. And for grown ass men, it just simply is not. But
I
good luck
agree.
with that.
I agree.
Tough stuff out here for a player that want to have long hair. Okay. With that being said, do you have anything else to add to this? Anybody? Are we good? We can transition? Good, because I want to talk about Keke Wyatt's world. Y'all, Keke Wyatt is like one of the most like precarious people I've ever encountered. Okay. And I've watched her show. And it's exactly what I thought. Like, I feel like Keke has babies for like selfish reasons. Like, I think that her children are emotionally, like, they feel emotionally responsible for her. Um, they're also worried about her crying and her being upset and her being overwhelmed by, like, they actually feel bad that she has all these kids. And it's like, she chose to have all those kids. For years, people were like, Keke, you gonna stop? And Keke was like, no, if the Lord wants me to have a baby, I'm gonna have a baby. And that's what she continues to do. And, now she has, all of those damn kids and she has a sickly baby. And the thing that made me mad is that her oldest knows it's his responsibility to take care of that baby with his life. And I don't even think he's like 18 years old. And it doesn't even fucking matter because when you decided to have a child that the doctors told you would not have a good quality of life, you were making a decision that didn't just affect you. And now it's like her children can't even really leave that fucking house because they feel responsible for the younger sibling. They feel like they have to be there to help her take care of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know what I'm saying? Young ones that are there. And that's a lot of young kids to be in one house at one time. And it's obvious that everybody isn't getting what they need when you watch the show. And it's kind of like, how did you think you were going to be able to give them what they needed at these numbers? Even being in one house, one person can only do so much to be there for all of those different children. So I just think it's so crazy to watch her like on this show, and then she like, "It's my show. It's my show." Like
Oh,
doesn't.
she says that on the show?
Oh yeah, the manager was talking about like a business that he has that he's working on, like Christmas tree skirts, and she's mad because he hasn't worked on her line for little pillowcases for the baby's head so they don't get the bald spot in the back of their head. And it's like he's your manager and you rely on him for a lot of things, but that's really not his responsibility to pick that business idea up for you and make that work for you. Like that was something you were gonna have to do on your own. And so now she's on the show, like, you're gonna have what you're gonna have your business before you help my business on my show. And then she got her best friend who's also a singer who works with her. She don't like the woman, I mean, she don't like the man that manages her. So she will, whole shit, keep kind of bullying the girl that you need to leave him alone. And I don't want him here. And I don't want this person's name mentioned on my show. And the
Wow.
manager is like, this is our show because he's also an EP. And she was like, this ain't your show. Don't nobody want to see you. And it's just,
Wow.
it's bad. And her mom is terrible too. And
Her mama white, right?
yeah, her
Yes,
mama white and
ma'am.
think that she black just because she had some biracial children with some wayward man. And that annoys me because it really it makes Keke even more ignorant. Like Keke is ignorant the way she is because of that damn mama. And it's just, it's like trailer park. So, it is what it is. Like that's no disrespect, but when your mom feels like it's okay to use racial slurs, even when her
Well, no, she
her very much,
don't.
oh yeah, her very much black grandchildren tell her that shit is not cool for them and she feel like she don't give a fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
What did she say it on the show?
Hold up, I'm about to for you, love. Because it was absolutely a clip that I.
That's crazy.
It's not surprising though, because Kiki's like, ooh,
I've seen a clip from this show, and I saw when all the kids was in the movie theater room, and she was there crying, talking about the baby to them, and it very much felt like all the kids was parenting her.
yeah, that's what they do. Like they won't even tell her stuff because they don't want to upset her. There you
Yes.
go.
Should totally get together and have a baby. Not only did I not say that, baby, you would be my last choice for a mother for this child. So yeah, I'm still pretty pissed off. She didn't even try to correct that. Hi, Poopy. Can you please say hello to your Nana? If you don't, I'll pick you up and throw you. You can literally just, Raja, you can literally just say hello and go. The Lord rebukes you in the name of Jesus. Satan, no one gave you permission to control this boy's life. No one. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. Satan, the blood of Jesus is against you right now. The blood of Jesus is against you right now. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus.
Me and my grandmother, we had a really good, close relationship. But then about 2 years ago, when I went on my Arkansas trip, she did have a lot of slurs, a lot of homophobic slurs, a lot of racial slurs, and that really just set me over the edge. Call me the please say it to my face like you said it in Arkansas to Uncle Dougie. Call me the
and I usually gay boys first come out because they're messy.
Gay boy.
That's what I said.
You shouldn't even be saying gay
you
boy.
are messy. That's the problem. You are.
You.
I've never encountered a young gay man yet who didn't explode onto the scene and make every first mistake you can make trying to fit in. So that's what's wrong with this jackass now that all this lies been told. Please don't call me a jackass. Done. Please don't call my child a jackass. I'm done. Raja and my mom, you could not pry them two freakers apart. She was there for him the whole time he was going through chemo. She was there for since he was born, for God's sake. I want their relationship to. You should totally.
Okay. So yeah, that's it.
Very much trailer park. I see what you mean. Very much, yeah. I got Miss Kid's haircut with the long nails, box dive, riding in a Nissan with the windows down.
Okay,
She's
Because your
funny.
AC went out.
She kind of when she mentioned that gay people do too much or whatever like that, trying to fit in, it just made me think about how she a white woman trying to fit in with the black folks. Based on how her tone is. I thought that was really interesting.
That was very interesting. You know what's giving projection.
Uh-huh.
And who is Uncle Dougie? Is Uncle Dougie white? You called him racial slurs in front of the rest of the white family members?
In Arkansas?
Yeah.
That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Because Uncle Dougie don't sound black, but you know, we could be wrong. But that's what it feel like. Feel like she called, call him a nigga, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And and that's
see
just,
that.
Well, yeah, y'all. Keke comes on one day this week on WeTV, and it just, oh girl, I feel stressed out for the children. I feel bad for the children.
I do too, especially for their mom to be
he's black.
For their mom to be like a performer, she has to constantly be on the road to get her money. So when are you there to help take care of those 10 kids that you chose to have?
Oh, not he. Oh, so the son, not his uncle, but his uncle. Like I'm thinking, like dad. I mean, her mom, brother. That's what I was.
Oh, he's mixed too.
Yeah.
So you don't went and had mixed babies, and then you insult them by calling them racial slurs.
Basically.
Okay.
I definitely feel bad for Keke's kids. And it's dark. I feel like the energy is dark. And I think that, she keeps changing men, trying to make it seem like it's the men. And it's just kind of like, it's also you. It's them, but it's you as well. Like, kind of, having the boy talk about how his dad's not really there like that. Michael Jamar is not there like that. And it's like, probably because he don't want to deal with you. I'm not giving him no, you still a deadbeat dad if that's what them kids feel. But ultimately, I would understand why somebody wouldn't want to deal with Keke's ass. He's exhausted.
That should be against the law. But let me stop before they turn it into a law. And then I'll be like, nah.
Right. That's not.
It's a slippery
But
slope.
yeah.
You ain't got no business having that many kids. If you like, money is one thing, but time and the ability to actually give the kids what they need, that should be, can't nobody really police that, but that's just trifling.
In this day and age, I think it is. And I feel like it's even more like, it's even more trifling because I think she does it for her own gratification. So she'll feel love when she's pregnant. So the kids will love her. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that crying every time she turns around, she's like crying and running into the other room and just doing all of this extra shit. No, I know it was Michael as well. I know it was him as well. But I'm just saying, like, you get what you are. Like you sometimes you get with people that mirror your own bullshit back to you. How you feel about yourself is how they'll treat you. A lot of times that happens. Okay. Um, and I know there's been another one that tried to kill her, that abused her and all of that. So, but still, at this point, Keke, where did you find the man in the beater? The man that's just in the beater all the time. Like, and he seems sweet. But, it's just like she just be finding these niggas and they all kind of look alike and she just brings them into her household and just, like she's changing a fixture. Like, switch them out. It's time. I don't know. I just okay. But yeah, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on from Keke Wyatt. Since we were talking about Keke Wyatt, we might as well go ahead and get into, the whole TV talk of it all. Hold up, where's my So loving marriage Huntsville. Girl, what happened on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Because I've been bored. You know what did happen that I remember? Take me back. Mel married her goddamn self.
That's what it was
Martell lost
given.
his mind. Okay, yes, Mel married herself. Martell lost his mind. He went off on Nell. Nell is trying to become one of the main cast members, and we're gonna let her and Chris, dance their way into our households if that's what they want to do. They was, had their family up there showing us how they don't know how to parent adults, is what they were showing me. Because ain't no way you need to be paying for the dog and to get your wayward son out of jail. Like she said, she paid $3,800 for the dog's medication and then paid $6,000 to get her son out of jail. For him to turn around and tell her, what's the point of me giving you the money if you're not gonna give me the dog? Like, first of all, you're narcissist. That's a nice way to flip that. But the lady said, if you want the dog back, give her some of her damn money back. She probably wouldn't even want all of it. She probably would just want a nice little chunk, a good little 3 stacks. And that probably would let your mama give you the dog back and feel like you respecting people money and time because they dragged your ass out of jail. But I'm gonna just tell y'all how my father taught me. If you didn't do it, I'm gonna put the house up to get you out. But if you did that shit, I ain't paying for shit. So to me, I feel like it's a mistake to bail your children out of situations like that, especially when they don't have no respect for your dollar. So when she's sitting up there screaming and hollering and raising her voice and all of that, I'm just looking at her like, you a fool. I wouldn't be helping him.
She was screaming and hollering real quick off of nothing. Like,
did you hear?
Her blood pressure
did you hear?
was through the roof.
Please tell me y'all heard.
What?
Please tell me y'all heard her say cocaine when they were at.
I hear that.
Okay, somebody, I rewinded a few times when they was at Mel's, because I'm glad you said that. Right, because I ain't put that in no notes. But at Mel's wedding thing, her naming ceremony, when they were walking down the aisle and they went to their seats, and she said something like, "You know what was funny?" And then and then, you know, because they chopped it together. And then she says cocaine. And I rewinded a few times. Like, I know I'm not hearing her say cocaine. But I was like, the way it was chopped up, I was like, nah, they wanted us to hear her saying cocaine. What the fuck is that about?
I'm
And
gonna
then
have to go back and watch it.
when you think about
Yeah, I have
them
to go catch that.
dancing like they in a damn disco, and the way she popped, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I feel like production being shady, and it's not my fault that I heard that shit.
I might have to go
Okay.
back and check that. I just want to say that Nell yelling was giving, let me give them extra so that they can see the reason why our family should be on the show. Because there was, or I'm sorry, have their own show. Because there was
Mhm.
absolutely no reason for you to yell at Chris's daughter and tell her to shut the fuck up. And all the girl said was flag on the play, who was arrested. So it sounds like you don't even tell your kids what the fuck going on with one of them, but you got the audacity to feel away about your niece not telling you that she left a job. Are you okay? You don't even talk to your own damn kids while you got them over there as a scheme that y'all set up to bring the bullshit to Carlos and the production team. That's what it was given. But I will say, y'all more interesting than them damn Scott's family, Letitia and them family. I will say that. I will watch. I'm not gonna hold you.
I agree.
Okay. That oldest son, I said, that's what I'm talking about, sir. I said, sit there, be cute, and be quiet. Because I ain't hear him say nothing, that boy.
Which one was the oldest son?
The very first one that walked in. I don't know. I forgot what his name is, but he had the braids or something, and he walked in. You ain't really see him interact a whole lot. He sat down. It looked like when he was getting ready to eat her food. If y'all paid attention to everybody's face that they put the camera on, everybody was like, here she go. Here she go. She already do too much, but here she go. Here she.
Especially the daughter
he was
with the
looking
white
like
husband.
I don't even fool with y'all for real.
The daughter with the white husband was looking like I don't fuck with none of y'all.
None of y'all for real. We just came to be cute for TV. She gonna let it out. And I feel like when she goes off on them, I feel like it's deserved because Nell, you should have never cussed at that girl and yelled at that girl because you're overdoing the moment. Like, your son is stupid. Like, why the hell would I give you dogs back for you to spend money to take them to the vet and take care of them when you could just be giving me that money and pay me back what you owe me? Like, why the hell would I do that? Come on now. So yeah.
I'm about to find this part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
And Chris just sat there.
Yeah.
It's giving mess. I want to know what they did because everybody seemed kind of fucked up in their own way.
Yes. He looked over at her though, like, now you know you ain't have to. He ain't saying that. He just looked at her like, now you know you ain't got to talk to her like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I tripping?
No, I just heard that.
I heard that too.
She said, you know where we're sitting? Maybe she was saying okay.
Do you know where we're sitting? Okay.
No, I still hear cocaine.
I hear cocaine too, but like it's like soft and she whispering kind of.
You know where we're sitting?
What?
But see, you know what's interesting based on what you show? I wonder if that was somebody else on the mic because it doesn't necessarily show her mouth moving when she says, you know, where we're seating. So I'm like, is that her saying that or is that somebody else on the mic saying cocaine?
Okay. Now somebody, they say they heard okay. Some people saying they heard cocaine. I don't know what I
definitely hear
heard
Ian at the end. And they need to stop because the way her wigs be looking sometimes, I feel like they trying to put a story together. They're trying to make they're trying to put her wigs be looking sweated out like Sharice from Real Housewives of Potomac.
If she not gonna put her wigs together, then let them put a story together. Some got to be put together.
The confessional wigs look okay, but the regular wig,
some got to be put together around this motherfucker. Jesus Christ!
I be so upset.
Wigs is terrible.
She looks so cute in the confessional in that red. She look like Shekinah, like she could be related to Shekinah. But outside of that,
little
wrong
bitty
for
face.
What did y'all think about Mel naming ceremony?
I thought
I was
that
here for it.
she just came up with another name to marry herself. It's called a naming ceremony, but she just wanted to marry herself. For me, the first thought, I'll be honest, that shit was extra as fuck. For me, I was like, girl, this is extra as hell. However, I was like, it's her money. Shit, if you want to do something extra, some people feel like divorce parties are extra. So if that's what she wants to do, have
I
at it.
think
It was nice
I
though.
think
I
it was
was
because
that
she on the show.
possibly.
I feel like she
It
still would have
wasn't.
done that.
You
But I'm
think
not
so?
mad at it. Oh yeah, she should. Like whenever when she was walking down the aisle and the music was playing, I said, "This is head ass." I was like, I
Not head
cannot,
ass, Necey.
girl. Yes, but then I was like looking at the MRS. I was like, "This is cute." Like her initials spell out Mrs.
Mrs. Yes, I said the same.
Then once her family started talking, I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like you needed this.
When her
And
mama talked, I think
yes.
Yes.
she needed to
I
hear
felt that
from
shit.
her mama.
Yeah,
I
I was
felt that
not mad
shit.
at it at all. Like, do whatever you got to do because only you know what we only
I
seen what
think
he
y'all.
put you through on TV.
What
Hmm?
happened? You froze? Jami froze.
Okay. She was saying, I think
There we
y'all.
go.
Oh, she was saying she think we froze. Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, we only know what we see on TV. They know probably way more what he put her through. So I'm like, if that's what you got to do to get to where you need to be, you know, in a place to where many people never get after divorce, I'm not even mad at it.
I'm gonna just say this. This is a moment. Everybody listen up. This is a moment. Learn something from this message. Okay. I'm gonna do that again because I just want to do it. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I feel like there's a lesson in this. Celebrate your shit, man. If you want to celebrate it, celebrate it. Ain't nobody gonna celebrate you but you. And I feel like after everything Mel has been through, this
But
was just
I don't
her
know what happened.
trying to, I feel like this was her showing celebration and, a pat on the back. Like, girl, you made it over. You made it fucking through. Okay. After everything that man tried to do to you, it did not stop you. You got money. You can have this extravagant get together, this nice party. You can look good, change your name back. And especially because of the way Martell acted, like he owned everything she did because her
Mm-hmm.
last name was Holt. Like he did it because her last name was Holt when she did it. So I think it was important to change her name back to Rogers so anything she does moving forward won't be attached to him. So that's the main thing that I felt like she just don't want anything she does to be attached to him. And he feels like it will always be something he can claim if it's done under Melody Holt, under,
Mm-hmm.
original, name or whatever. So I
Mm-hmm.
was here for
And
it.
I think it also was like a reminder to the people that keep calling her ass Hope, like me. Like, hello. Let it be clear. I did a whole ceremony so y'all know exactly who the hell I am. Don't call me no Hope no more.
We don't go together.
And I'm
Okay.
glad that she wasn't tied to the idea of I gotta keep
Keeping
this
a
last name
name.
because my kids got this last name. People
Yeah.
do that. People do
Nell,
that.
Nell was sitting up there talking about how I'm keeping my name. Ma'am, your husband ain't dogging you out to that extent. That's why you would keep your name.
Hmm.
He might have cheated, but I don't think he was Martell's retarded ass. Okay. Chris seems to at least be able to get a goddamn license in real estate. Okay. You ruining
That's true.
opportunities for him, but he still went to school. Y'all, how did y'all feel about Letitia? What do y'all think is going on with Letitia and Marceau? Because
Nothing, because they weren't even really
story,
on the
Yeah,
episode.
what
Was they?
happened? Was they on the episode? You talking
not
about
this
from the
episode, but the last one, and we missed the last.
oh the last
The last,
one.
we missed the flash, and him saying that the girl was a crackhead. We
Yeah,
missed
we
all
ain't talked about the drug her passing the drug test. We ain't
that. Yeah,
talked about
he passed
that.
the drug test.
I
Yeah,
don't think nothing
and
going on with them. I just think that he consoled Stormy quicker than he consoled his damn wife when she was crying at that damn
Girl.
location that they was working
yikes.
on.
He did. And I also think that it's too much pressure. It's too much pressure. I just want to go home. I think that's what Tisha was given. I feel like Marceau has trained Tisha to literally have on them horse blinders. Anytime you hear something, this is the direction you move. This is what we gonna do. I definitely think that he coached her through that whole situation of when Keke show up, we gonna ice her out. We gonna ignore her.
Mm-hmm.
I still stand on Keke was dead ass wrong for throwing a drink. I think that it was something way deeper down inside that always made Keke feel less than. So by them ignoring her and essentially controlling the room, that just set her on a whole nother level. But I also can't stand that it's other shit that's going on that they're not showing on the show. I'm not understanding why Tiffany feels so entitled to, you know, just make it known that they're better than Keke. Tiffany is getting this from somewhere. They are smearing Keke's name, I believe, before she even walked into a room because of the competition that's going on between them. So I believe what Keke's saying. I don't know if this specific event that Keke is talking about is true, but I know that Tisha knows that something is true. And if Marceau not around, she's not able to work the room. So I think that's why she got up and left when she was at that workout event with Kimmy and Mel.
I was surprised she got up and walked the hell out and was so adamant about not having said conversation with them.
Because Marceau wasn't there. She was going to fuck up and say something wrong.
She really don't want to address them divorce. See, that's what I think is a bit unfair, though. You don't want to address the rumors that are out there, but then earlier in the show, you wanted to talk about somebody else's marital stuff. So why can't we sit and have a conversation about yours now? Because you running from it doesn't make it any less true. It makes people kind of want to validate what's being said because you're avoiding trying to have a conversation about it.
Watch, when they do come out and say something is true, they're going to admit to like one fucking event. There was a time in 2012 when Marceau cheated, but we got back together, and that was they're going to pull a damn Robin Dixon.
Yeah, and it's going to be like nothing sexual happened. It was just a conversation, and I caught him texting somebody else, and that was it.
Yeah, and they're going to be like, there y'all go. And I'm going to be like, nah, that's not good enough. Somebody run the records. Give me the text messages.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lady Lisa, or Lady Lisa, however you want to pronounce that. Fame is a hell of a drug. Ain't no way I would dirty up my name as an upstanding member of my community for a gig on a reality show. Are you an entertainer? I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm just saying, like, that's not for everybody, but it's not a hierarchy to stand on. Like,
but I feel like that's what Tiffany gives.
Absolutely.
She acts like she's too good for the community and this, that, and the other, but you keep showing up to be messy as fuck and got the audacity to be on Karen Huger, Keke's not of Potomac type. She's not of Huntsville type energy, but you keep showing up being messy as hell. I was glad as fuck Stormy got her ass together. I was like, get her together and check her. However, I have to check you. I like you. I do. But when we be seeing you on camera, you be looking like you don't even want to talk to Mel your damn self. So it's like, how you gonna tell her she gotta move forward or whatever with Keke, and you don't seem like that's what you're doing. So I mean, but you know, whatever floats your boat.
And you're gonna have to tell me what Mel did to you besides not talk to you. Because I'll be big mad for a long time over somebody not being available to you whenever you feel like it, when they're going through a dark night of the goddamn soul and shit.
She got to keep that same energy. She talked too much shit about Mel in front of the group, so she don't want to look like she's fake. So I think that she's trying to maintain all the shit that she talked.
But everybody else talks shit and they pretend to be cool with Mel.
But you know, she thinks she too real for the reality TV shit. So I think she has a image that she want to uphold amongst the people who she probably been talking shit with when she was mad. But it's just so funny because when you get her one-on-one, she don't ever keep the same energy. Even with Marceau.
No, she doesn't. She instantly burst into tears.
But like you said, Jami, Tiffany is trifling as fuck for bringing that baby around for the meetup with Keke, knowing all the shit she talked. You brought that baby wrapped around your chest, thinking that was gonna stop you from potentially getting popped if it went there.
For sure.
Remember I told y'all that she was doing that in all her scenes, like having a baby there, to kind of like lessen the blow. Her and Erica Mena. Remember when Erica Mena came back them last couple episodes on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and every time we saw her, them children is hanging off her titties. It was so, because whenever, you know, they've never seen them damn children like that, but you want us to see the children so, you know, the slugs won't be coming at you. She's a mother. You know.
Mhm.
And I just kind of feel like, no, y'all are annoying to me. Ain't
And why I
nothing
say
else happened.
I'm looking
Go ahead.
forward to them start talking about Lewis, should they? Like, why he don't be around? Why you over there dipping in other folks' business and what they got going on and worried about Keke moving and why she moving?
He's at
We
work.
we gonna see what's gonna happen when they start asking and diving deeper as to why Lewis is not around.
Because he ain't want that baby.
Mm-mm.
That's what it's giving. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
Boom. Like an 808. Circles like a figure eight. Bell Collective. They're back. Tambra's
Mhm.
pregnant for Demond. It seems to me that Demond didn't believe she was pregnant until the moment that they went and had that ultrasound together. And he had missed her ultrasounds before. That's what it felt like to me.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I'm happy that Tambra's gonna get her baby if that's what she really wanted. Not happy you're having a baby with Demond.
I think it was too early to have as many. She looked like she probably was about 6 to 8 weeks pregnant. Because remember they said it's too early for you to even get like the gender and stuff like that. So I think I don't know. I would think he would have been privy. I don't think she's had that many ultrasounds. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Anywho, congratulations to her. The only thing I don't like is that everything that you said that you wanted, you're not necessarily getting. You're getting it, but out of order. You wanted to be engaged or married. That didn't happen. You didn't want to move in with him until you had those things. You still moved in. And then now, I guess, because your clock was ticking, you decided to have this baby, and yet we still have not seen a ring. So I'm just wondering if that's going to happen for you at the reunion or at some point during the season, we're going to see you actually be engaged.
I don't think it will, but I I don't think it will. But because, like you said, her clock was ticking, I think she's willing to what's the word? Settle.
Mm.
Take certain things over others. And it's a damn shame because I feel like we see that so often. I feel like that's the theme of every season I watch Ready to Love. You get them women on there that feel like, you get some women who feel like their clock is ending at 30. They 33 and they ready to settle and give everything up and be like, fuck it. Then you get some women that's on there and they 40 and they like, fuck it. I ain't never had a man. I had a long-term relationship. I'm willing to take half a man. It's a sad situation.
I really hate it more so for Tambra because this ain't a new person she getting to know. This a nigga you knew since high school. This somebody you dated for 10 years, took a break, then came back. This man know your whole family and vice versa. I just really feel like y'all shouldn't have went too much longer interacting and redating if it's not going to be some strong commitment that's going to come after it. And what I also don't understand is why dudes be so okay. I'll never get this. Why y'all be so okay with putting a lifelong connection, which is a child, in a person, but then don't want to give them a lifelong commitment, which is a marriage. I don't be understand. I
Cause
mean, if
they
that's
trifling as fuck and they don't have no real understanding of I feel like it takes a whole different level of understanding for a man to create a family. Men who don't respect women can have babies because they feel like they can still not respect the mother.
mm,
I can care for the child and not really give a fuck about the mom. But a
mm-hmm.
lot of men like that also just want children because it's just an extension of who they are. It's like getting points with other men. Oh, I got a son. Oh, I got this.
My
But
dick
then
work.
exactly. But knowing that men disrespect women, they don't give a fuck about keeping a
Mm-hmm.
woman. All they
Mm-hmm.
care about is what they can reproduce.
And let me tell you this. Another reason why is because having a baby with you simply means that they retain access to you. Because once they've had a baby with you, now you're like, oh, that's my child's father. And they don't want to have to be faithful to you, but they want you
Mm-hmm.
to feel beholden to them. And they know because of that child that you will be beholden to them. It's a control tactic.
They want
They
the
made
legacy.
you
The legacy.
hello. And access to sex, of course. Always want to be able to come back to you and have unprotected sex with you because they feel like you're a home base puss. Okay. They can go out
Yeah.
into the world and give it to everybody. But ultimately, home base puss means that you're not fucking anybody else, or they can always come back in and usurp because you have that it's my baby father thing.
Erica, Dixon, Scrappy.
Oh, we gonna talk about them.
Ooh.
So y'all, what did y'all think about the way they are throwing
don't like 'em.
Latrice under the bus? I don't either. I feel like Letitia,
Oh my
girl, cut it the
gosh.
fuck out. Oh, they were so offended because you say they didn't want a 9 to 5. Bitch, it's a brunch for entrepreneurs. Of
I
course, y'all
agree.
shouldn't really want to just work a 9 to 5. This is a niche group of people. How the fuck you gonna be offended about entrepreneurship and somebody saying they don't want a 9 to 5 at an entrepreneur brunch? It was just stupid to me.
I
What
agree.
really was offensive was old girl asking if there are houses above 400,000 in Jackson. That was more offensive than anything.
I forgot all
Ma'am,
about that.
plantations. Anybody. I'm sorry. Either way. I was just like, it's 2023, ma'am. Of course there are houses more expensive than 400,000 in Jackson, Mississippi. It's the capital. Girl, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to people. Anyway, but that was more offensive than anything. But I feel like they just trying to make a moment out of it. They keep trying to make it seem like Latrice is some alcoholic that is drinking because she
Mm-hmm.
can't deal with her abusive husband. And that might be a little true, but y'all putting 20
Mm-hmm.
on 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like it, especially with Marie, because Marie, you can't talk to people like that. And she's in the
Oh,
gutter
I
and
can't stand
she's
her.
jealous of you. And it's just like, ma'am,
Classless.
just eat Letitia's coochie and shut the fuck up,
Please.
please.
You know
I can't
what the
stand her.
most offensive thing to me in that scene was when Letitia sat there and said to Latrice, I took you in and I tried to show you. She made it seem like she offered herself as a mentor to Latrice. And I was like I just cackled because what the fuck does Letitia do? What did she do?
Trying to
She
be
teach the
some of
girls how to
everything.
speak.
I'm not understanding. I mean, we at least know what Latrice does. She seems like a legitimate business owner, but I'm like hosting brunches, renting out, you know, cubicle spaces. Girl, I don't
Right.
know. I don't know what you do. I don't know.
Every season it
And
seems
Marie
like
don't
it's
never
switching
have
up.
nothing on her desk. My
Mm,
bad. I was just saying Marie don't never have nothing on her desk. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. Cause that whole scene talking about some real estate and rehabbing houses, I was like, not believing it. Sorry. I did hear that. She's a Bill's bondsman, allegedly. Yeah, I heard doing brunches. Now she over here hopping into real
Who?
estate, converting.
Letitia Isabel Bondsman. Hmm.
That's what we're getting.
Why
So
don't
she
she talk
considers
about
herself.
it?
I feel like she mentioned it once.
Hmm.
I feel like she mentioned it once, but yeah, I'm over how they're trying to paint Latrice. I really don't like it. I didn't like how Gucci tried to make it seem like she wanted to ruin her event. And then now you got Marie talking about this girl trying to be her and all of that. And I'm like, I'm so tired of these bitches. Like, y'all need to get at least one or two more younger bells because these old, it's no disrespect, but like, girl, y'all are getting on my nerves. I think Latrice needs at least one more other person that's like around her age,
Yeah.
possibly on the show, that's probably dabbling in what she's dabbling in, because it doesn't look good to see all of these older women trying to critique this girl on what they think that she should be doing. And then my thing is this: if she really be drinking like y'all say she do at every event, why we don't see it? I'm sure if that's the basis of y'all storyline, they would show us the evidence that lines up with that. And we're not seeing that. It's giving that y'all is just a bunch of fucking haters. Like that's just what it's giving. And it really don't look good because it looks like y'all are haters on this young woman that's successful, just as successful as y'all.
Remember they
Gucci
had the
needs to go.
dentist on there. They had a
Oh,
dentist on there, but she
Antoinette.
couldn't. She
Yeah,
couldn't
she
get with the
left.
girls.
Yeah, she left. They could bring her back. They could bring somebody else back like her because them. Gucci is annoying, indeed.
He's such a hater. It's like, I wish you would just admit you mad at Latrice because Selena beat your ass. And you mad at Selena because JJ still loves Selena. I don't know what you want us to do about that. But you
And
just
then
really doing the most.
in between, they just acting with his mama in the house, trying to, give us sitcom
Girl.
vibes.
Girl. Send it on away from me with this. Okay, so what about Cliff getting
He,
Glenn a hat?
Cliff has the biggest crush on Glenn. That's what I get. That's the only
He
thing
don't want to fuck him.
I would support Tisha on is how Cliff comes for, Glenn, try to be in the middle of their relationship and all of that. That man has a crush on him. Like, why is you buying her man a hat for an event? Like,
And do y'all remember that advice he gave Glenn about how he need to dress like a woman
yes.
Yeah.
and be in the mirror? Remember that?
So she could respect him or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's given though. You just wanted him to do that because that's what you envisioned him doing in your mind. It's so nasty ass. That shit didn't make no sense. Only made sense in your crazy ass mind.
Yeah, I was like, what is he talking about?
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's giving. Yeah, it's screaming DL. It's screaming. I grew up in a time that I can't be honest about this, but I liked the boys, and I can't admit it to myself. But that's so sad. Bell Collective wasn't giving much else besides that. Y'all hating on Latrice. Letitia, we still confused about what you do for a living, and all y'all in abusive relationships, so we don't know why y'all really judging Latrice like that.
Absolutely.
Do y'all think it's wrong for Latrice to now want to tell Tambra the scheme that Tisha came up with when it came down to Akeisha?
Latrice.
That's gonna be on the next episode.
Oh, no. What's the scheme?
Latrice,
She never said that shit?
yeah. And Tambra, I'm sorry, Latrice says Letitia came to her and said, watch this, I'm gonna run this play. I'm gonna create, I guess, like a group chat, leave Akeisha out, and then tell Akeisha that it was Tambra's idea to do it, basically. So now Akeisha and Tambra are beefing, but the whole time, just like from back then at that time, they still not talking to each other really.
Oh, okay.
Because of that whole text thread, because Akeisha felt like Tambra was trying to leave her out based on what Letitia said. So now Latrice is coming to Tambra, telling her the true tea of how all of this got started. Y'all think that Latrice is wrong for that?
No.
Yeah. Why not, Bondy?
Cause that bitch ain't your fucking friend. And y'all on a reality show. So why not? Let's be messy about it. They being messy. I just feel like Letitia and Marie have shown themselves to be flawed as fuck. They have no loyalty. So I don't feel like there's a need to keep it. This seems like the perfect time to spray that information. She held it for long enough. That happened 2 seasons ago? So yeah, I feel like, we do for some mess amongst y'all. What else we was gonna do? What else y'all got going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the more real life approach. The reason why I say yes because I wish she would have said that shit and stood on it when it happened if you felt like you had to say something about it. And the second thing is knowing Latrice and how Latrice is when it come to conflict, she don't really like to turn up like that. Like if somebody come to her real direct, like that one time Effie and Marie was talking, or no, it was just Essie. Essie approached her about some rumor. She was shaking in her fucking boots. So I think I already know how this gonna end. This gonna get back, and when they ask her about it, she gonna be shaking in her boots again. And I just feel like she ain't gonna say with her chest. So it'd be different if she was like, "Yeah, I told her, I said the shit," but I don't think she gonna do that.
Well, one, I think that's very true because I didn't like how she pretty much punked out and told Letitia, oh no, I do consider you a friend. It's like, nah, keep it a buck. Let that hoe know you don't come off as a friend to me. So no, I don't see you as that. But I do hope at the moment that she tells this tea that the gloves are off. Like y'all BITs are sitting up here trying to paint me as a drunk and doing this and that. I don't got no allegiance to none of you hoes no more. So since we gonna talk about it, then yeah, we finna talk about it. So that's what I'm hoping. But I definitely see where you're coming from because it's like she just did it in this scene in this episode, so she might do it again. Hopefully not, but
yeah, I hope she proved me wrong.
Yeah.
Well, that's all for Bell Collective. Let's move on to the next show, baby. We're getting through them. Married to the Damn Medicine. Hold up, I had one. Oh, and here we are. Married to the Damn Medicine is back. So the new girl. The new girl that is Dr. Gregory's new fiancée. She looked like Goldie from Flavor of Love. Okay. A lot of titties, a lot of gums. Okay. Male identified. A lot of teeth. Male identified. Really thought that she was gonna be able to jump in an old nigga's DMs and give him a baby immediately with her young cooch. And, she walked into his life with her good government job in a small little suitcase. And she's excited to be in the big city coming from a town of only like 100 people. Right. So here Sweet Tea is, okay, right in front of us being made fun of and body shamed by snaky ass people like Phaedra. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't like Phaedra. I've never liked Phaedra. I don't think I will ever like Phaedra. Phaedra just seems like a fucked up person to me, like just all the ways around. First of all, we understand that the girl got a flat ass, but you did not need to talk about that 3 to 4 times amongst 2 episodes. Like you really didn't need to keep referencing her ass. It's really
Especially since she
problematic for
paid
me.
for hers.
Oh,
Okay,
did
like
she?
bitch, your ass not
I
real.
thought she
Her
just got the
body's not real.
titties.
Even if she didn't pay for enough shit on her face to amount to getting some sort of
And she probably
ass
got a tummy
shots.
tuck.
Yeah, Phaedra done did too much to body shame that girl the way she been coming for her.
Well,
The
I feel
lips.
like everybody about been doing too much on the show to comfort her. So I feel like to comfort Phaedra is really giving that y'all don't like that lady because
I
Heavenly
I
don't.
done
said
got
that.
so worried. Heavenly done
I
got so
said that. I don't.
done. And
I
so would
don't.
it be fair for Heavenly
Um,
to say the same thing? I feel like Heavenly gonna be coming for that body
no.
too.
Yeah, they
No,
all
I haven't
wrong.
heard Heavenly talk about her ass as much as I heard Phaedra keep calling that lady fat booty. I didn't hear anybody else reference it as much as she did. Toya said she need to get her waist snatched. She need to get a girdle. But the
She didn't
way
lie.
Phaedra brought it up, Phaedra said it to her. Phaedra said it at the bridal shop. Then she said it again when she was sitting down with Dr.
With Dr.
Gregory at
G,
the end of
yeah.
the episode. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, how many
That was
times
weird,
you
the Dr. G one.
it was.
Yeah.
It
That
was
one was
giving
weird.
madam.
I think it was
I
because
didn't mind it any
Phaedra,
other time.
I didn't like it any other times, but
I
especially when
don't.
she was trying on her wedding dresses, it kind of gave like, I'm here. I know I need to make TV. Let me make TV on her ass because she knew and she young and she not gonna say shit to me instead of
Mm.
making TV on one of these other ladies. And I think that's why it bothered me even more because Heavenly gonna
He
do
was
that shit
picking
to
on her.
anybody. Yeah,
Right.
you know who does that when she trying on wedding dresses? Like,
Right.
what are
I
you
It
kind of
here
was
felt like
for?
boring.
this. I was like, whatever happens, happens. Because why the fuck would you invite them anyway? These people ain't your friends. You trying on your wedding dress. You don't even where your sister at. You should have had the girl. Like you could have had this scene without them. You probably could have just had
You know, she
Simone
on the
because it
scene.
seemed like she closer than Simone than any of them. So I would have thought maybe
Toya.
Simone.
She's supposed to be close to Toya though.
Really?
Yeah,
I
she
haven't
said that
gotten
was
that
her
vibe.
sister.
Yeah,
Oh
she's
That's what
a
she
hell
big
no.
said.
sis. Uh-huh.
Mm-mm. But I'm like, where your people at? Where your sister? I see you got your girl from the group, but I mean, this is what happens.
She did
And
say the
she's
wedding was
new.
at the end of the month though. So
Maybe,
maybe they couldn't get their schedules together. I don't know.
maybe
I don't like
so.
it either way. I agree with you, Jamie, because I do feel like I don't like how she came into the situation. Like, what you thought? You thought you was gonna come and best this nigga? Like, I mean, best quad over this man? You thought you was gonna get a different black man? Like, and now you played yourself because you stressed out and he's not helping you. And then when you ask for help, he turn around and tell you, "Why should I help you?"
Mm,
You think she
It sounds
privy
like
to the stuff that's
yeah.
going on with Quad?
yes, because it was on the show and she was watching the show, which is why she slid in his
Oh
DMs talking about
yes.
I can give you what you
Which
need.
in
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. She knew what she was doing.
It took
Hell
me
yeah.
out when she got to the bed. So it took me out because when the lady was talking about her, I thought that's why she was sitting there, out of breath,
Mm-hmm.
trying to calm down. I thought she was trying to calm down because the ladies was giving her a hard time. She get in the bathroom and the first thing she says is, I don't feel supported at home. I said, what?
I knew it. I knew it wasn't about quad or nothing. Or then she was mentioned. I said she's overthinking about this wedding. It's
Huh.
crunch time. And it's the fact that she really finna be married to this man. So I really think the wedding had her just like on another level for real.
Marrying that
I
old
don't know. I think
granddaddy
she's
ass
trying to make
nigga.
TV. Y'all don't think
You
so?
think so?
Yes.
I think she was trying to make TV when she said, I get a little bit of the money. What she said? I get some of the
Yeah, I
money.
think that was a joke. I think it's
Yeah,
times where
yeah.
she's trying to roll with the punches,
Mm,
like asking, Heavenly, would you want to sign up for the group? Because they made a
that
big deal
was
about
funny.
her Facebook
It
group.
was.
Like I listen, I kind of like her because she be popping back at their ass. She don't let them punk her like that. And I also feel like quiet, like these women don't really like you, and you don't really like these women. So the fact that you even still trying to hang on is just because you feel like it's your shit and you ain't about to give it up, for no new
Facts
bitch and Dr. G. But essentially, don't none of them really fuck with you like that. You don't fuck with them like that. There's really no reason for you to be on this
on
show.
this show.
It really
No.
is
Yeah.
called Married to Medicine. And she does fit the criteria at this point. As stupid as she is, it's, she still fits the criteria. And I just kind of feel like, girl, Quad, you gonna get your chance to check her, but it's just, for what?
You think Quad is gonna check Sweet Tea? I feel
I think
like
her
she gonna
showing up
come
at the
on and be.
bachelorette party was the check. Like, she don't need to say
Oh,
anything.
I feel you on that. Like, very much. This is my shit. I'm gonna be nice to you. Hello,
I'm here.
And they
Thought
keep
y'all
bringing
was
her
gonna
up.
run me off, but y'all can't run me off. I'm here.
I just don't understand why Sweet Tea will come on the show. That's the thing. You come on the show and immerse yourself in this environment that was Quad's, and you expect them to not discuss Quad. That's why I can't fully say I like Sweet Tea, because I'm like, you plotted, like y'all just said, to get this man to be in Quad's spot, and then somehow you think that Quad is not going to be discussed.
Come on. I agree. That's why I couldn't have like the sympathy. Like, I mean, it is giving that you are a little bothered. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I know it may have not been right for them to talk about Quad at the somebody's engagement party. I get that. But as y'all was saying, we on the show. Why would you think she wouldn't come up? She's gonna come up in damn near every scene. And y'all are just now returning to the show. Like, you've been a fan of this show, you've watched it, so you already know how it goes. You know what to expect. So, yeah.
Oh, girl. Oh,
she
I
said,
just
I
don't
had
see the
my
real
suitcase.
chemistry.
She said, I walked up in this house. I was like, this work, girl. Don't say like this man picked you up. Don't make me get you back to the hood. Don't make me get you back. Why? Don't tell the people he picked you up off the street like that.
I mean, she got a good government job, so there's no reason for her to be acting like he picked her up off the street. But I will say this. They was acting like she did all of that renovation in that house. All that bitch did was paint that purple wall. And I feel like she probably wasn't even the one that did that. They still had the same fucking curtains up there. The curtains were just open. I was just like, girl, you didn't even change the curtains. You didn't even change the curtains.
Did somebody put a video out of like the Quad version and her version, or you just remember?
They did it on the episode. They showed the before and after. And I was just like, it's the same curtains, bitch. Them same sheer black curtains that was up there. Like, they still up there. You just opened them. Why you acting like you did something? But, I do feel like it's fucked up when they be like ganging up on her and body shaming her and all of that just because she's not tucked and pulled and everything like, Phaedra. Y'all, Phaedra's so problematic. Like, just Phaedra makes me feel like she sells other women's pussies. Like, not her own, but somebody else's pussy selling.
Yeah, very much. I don't know if you're joking, but she very much gives that to me.
She said, I don't know if you're joking.
I don't say anything like that if I'm not serious. Like, I really do feel that way.
Yeah, that's something I could stand on. That's something I could, yeah.
Make me wonder how she be, keeping her money up, because it ain't like she was good at being a lawyer.
I mean, it reminded me when that lady wrote that book about her. The lady, it was something with Apollo.
Oh, yeah. Angela.
Yes.
Angela somebody
wrote that book exposing how Phaedra, yes, there we go. Phaedra allegedly was involved in whatever scheme, fraud that Apollo was doing that she was also involved in. But she ended up not taking the fall for it, and they did. Allegedly.
Missed it.
Oh, she's still doing her funeral business? Okay. That's a good business to launder through. Anyway, listen, I just, there's something real grimy and sneaky about her. Even when she was having that conversation with Dr. G, and it was like, all she got to do is give him an heir. Like, girl, what? Like, shut up. It's just, you talking about another woman as if she's property. You know what I'm saying? And you've bought your freedom. So nobody's going to, subjugate you so you can be a part of the subjugation of other women. Like, it was just the way she was talking about her.
Talking about another man's future wife. That's disrespectful.
He allowed it, number one.
Okay. And if he didn't step, there would have been an issue with me, because she's talking as though like I can disrespect this little girl. She ain't nothing.
And I've known him longer than her. I know him better than her.
Yeah.
But also I feel like
she
was talking about that heir, because she's like, if you can give him a child, then you set, because he'll have to pay that child support. Because Phaedra
That
over there,
too.
like, you need to get a nip tuck tight prenup when it comes to this young lady. And for me, I feel like I can't say that what she was telling him was wrong. When you talking about something, I hopped into his DMs. I can get him what he need. I get a little bit of the money. When you say little stupid shit, incriminate yourself, like, girl, you are giving like gold digger type tease. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, hey
I
dog,
mean, he
protect yourself.
old.
Good
He
night.
old. Like, what you think
He
she's supposed
is.
to be there for? Like, you think she's supposed to be there because you good looking or something like
Oh
that?
my
No, nigga.
gosh.
Child.
Y'all, the other reason why I can't quite get with Sweet Tea is, for one, I feel like the whole I'm a Southern Texas girl brand thing is I can't tell you one black girl that actually do that shit. But it's TV. So that irked me. For two, it's her trying to, I mean, she knows that she needs to come on and brand herself in a way. So she's trying to brand herself as a Texas girl that's annoying. And the second thing is he's so much older than me. People stop me in public and say, "Are you okay?" And quiet as kept, y'all look the same fucking age. Like, I'm not trying to say like she looked 56.
No, she don't look that
Because
young.
Dr.
She
G
don't look
don't
that
look
young.
56. But
No,
they
he look
both
like
look like they're in their 40s.
I
They both
cannot take
look
it.
the same age. So I'm like,
they do.
don't come to me trying to sell me this storyline. Like, it's not believable.
I mean, she does
Nah.
look older than her age, but she still looks younger than him enough to be his child, which makes me think of Giselle and Jason.
I don't think she
I
look young
That's
enough to
not
be his
even
child.
real.
I'm like,
Mm-mm.
I can't take y'all dating these
I
young
don't think
folks
she
like
look.
this.
I don't think she looked that much younger than him. But let me tell you something. That Giselle situation. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, because if we done, we can skip over to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen. Real Housewives of Potomac. Damn, did I not load a graphic for
Toya
you?
talking to her kids. Did y'all have an issue with
Oh
that?
yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
love
We'll,
that.
we'll go back. I did too.
Because I'm like, their dad is an actual medical doctor. I see nothing wrong with him, like, encouraging it. Not really encouraging, but like having the conversation with his kids about that. So they know it's an open door policy when it comes to that type of conversation. Y'all can come and talk to me about that. So I thought that was good. I ain't seen nothing wrong with it. I think some people on Twitter were like critiquing them. Like, why are you talking to your kids about this stuff at 13? And the girl, these
Really?
13-year-olds be on 10.
Oh yeah, they should. I mean, 11 or 12, I'm not even mad at it.
I mean,
Especially
y'all
for
know I say as
boys.
early as they'll understand the shit, you should talk to them about it, me personally. Because I feel like there's always like there's an age appropriate way to talk
Mhm.
about this shit to me.
Mhm.
But I think people play themselves thinking that they shouldn't be talking to their kids about these things at a young age. They need to know what's going on. Because if you don't think the kids at school and everybody gonna tell them,
Right.
like, you tripping.
And they
Yeah.
already stumbled upon with the little Playboy documentary over
And
there on
was
Apple
giggling.
TV.
They knew what it was.
They knew what was going on. I feel like they about to stumble upon something else. Like, I think Dwight Child was over there stumbling upon stuff.
Oh, child.
Ooh, not
Telling on
something to
his
find that.
goddamn daddy. Oh goodness. Trying to get a logo for Real Housewives of Potomac.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I felt like that was a good conversation that they had, and I love the fact that they were open with the kids and gave them all of the info and told them the ugly side of it, because they need to know. Because y'all don't be telling these kids, and then these kids end up, getting pregnant and getting STDs and not knowing what the hell is going on. Like, I knew a lot of people back in the day that would say they had sex for the first time because they didn't know what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody explained to them that that's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody said we playing doctor, and
Mm-hmm.
hello,
Right.
So yeah, I was here for that. I don't think there was anything else. Oh yeah. Listen, I just think that Dr. Jackie's husband is smart enough to go to the airport alone this time.
I was literally sitting here thinking, like, are we gonna see her husband this season? Because he damn sure ain't around for real. I don't know.
It's given that a lot of them are staying together, even though they're not happy. For instance, Cecil and Damon made some comments at the engagement party when they were outside on the patio, and I think they were talking about how they get pulled into the women's arguments, and Eugene is like, you don't want to tell him, get the fuck over it. This issue is small shit. It's small potatoes. You don't want to tell him that because then you're in trouble. Cecil and Damon both say, oh, we don't get in trouble, or I don't get in trouble. That's you. And then Cecil is like, yeah, Cecil was like, Eugene's a better guy than us. And it just kind of made me think how I feel like they really don't like their wives like that. I think there's and then Cecil said the reason why they like Sweet Tea is because they couldn't hear her. They were outside, and because they could not hear her talking, they liked her. And I was just like, y'all are making a lot of comments that make me feel like y'all really don't like y'all wives, but y'all have nowhere to go, or y'all don't think y'all can get anybody else. And for me, with Cecil, it's like, you better be careful because we all know you over there on the fixed income if it wasn't for Simone. So you should chill out a little.
Get back to selling houses.
Okay.
Child. Ain't that
Yeah, I feel like. Oh, and did y'all see Sweet Tea making that comment about? It looked like she was talking to Heavenly, saying that you the one that said you hit your husband over the head with a frying pan. I was just like, ooh,
damn. But Heavenly will not let y'all talk about her marriage on the show. I honestly don't think it's fair for her to be able to get away with that.
No, it's not.
And they keep bringing her on. I think she's great. She's good TV. I enjoy her, and sometimes I can't stand her, and sometimes I like her again. But it's like, Heavenly girl, no, you shouldn't be able to electric slide your way all across this show into everybody's relationships and then not be able to address what you got going on. And I can't believe Bravo has let it go on for so long.
They let
that's because she do so much mess.
Yeah,
that's true. Speaking of hell, now let's go ahead and move on. Okay, I made a better graphic next time. Oh, thank you, Chocolate844 for the super chat. FYI, if your husband is in the DR, Colombia, Brazil, or South Asia by themselves, they are fucking.
Period.
Whose husband was there?
Thinking. That's not nice to say.
Jackie's husband was in the DR. That's why I said he was smart enough not to be at the airport with a bitch like he was last time when they was about to get a divorce.
Oh, okay, that's what happened. I couldn't remember what happened.
Yeah. So Real Housewives of Potomac came back with not so much of a bang, but with Robin being on complete and utter bullshit. And I was reminded how many times over the years Robin has gone in on the other women about whatever their situations were. I'm just asking a question. I can't just ask a question. She'd get so passionate, like an angry white boy, about
white boy.
You heard what I said.
What did you say, white woman?
No, white boy. Robin is a white boy. Think about when she was scratching her crotch and shit. Like, she's a disgusting little white boy. You know what I'm saying? She grosses you out a tad bit, really obnoxious, talks in a voice that you just can't deal with. It's like, man, get this motherfucker. Like, that's how you feel about Robin. She's like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? That's Robin. And so Robin has Juan embarrassing the fuck out of her all up and through these 2 episodes, from not really giving real explanations to making slick looking faces at her when she said that she sacrifices. He kind of made a face like, oh, do you? Like, he just always shading her, calling the other woman, Coach Bree, beautiful. We also need to point out to everybody that Coach Bree does look like a young version of Karen, just like Karen said.
Very much.
That shit is so funny because I was like, y'all, I don't think Karen's lying about this one. I don't know why. Because I just feel like Karen don't really lie about other people's relationships like that. She might lie about her own, but she not gonna lie on your nigga. She's just gonna lie to protect her shit, which I can't really be that upset about.
Right. You gotta do what you gotta do, Karen.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, what did y'all think about the way Robin has handled this situation this season? Because I just think it's so whack the way she's handling it. I really wish they would have fired her.
I think that Robin feels a lot of ways, because if you didn't, you would have never told him that the block was hot. But I also feel like I think their arguments get really bad. That's just an opinion, not a fact. And that's one of the reasons why she wants to be in this blissful place, especially after getting married. She don't even want to make it a big deal. So she continues to say, I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's not that big. I know what's going on. And that sounds like a person to me that might be in somewhat of a abusive relationship, possibly mentally, to where you just, to avoid any conflict, you just like, push stuff to the side like it's not that deep. And I hate that, because in this episode, when Juan was talking about being fired and talking about his players and saying how much he, those are my guys and I put, people before myself, that bothered me, because it's like you'll put those players that you don't know before yourself, but you won't put your wife, who's had your back since you was broke on more than one occasion, before yourself, and you'll still have her out here looking the fool, knowing that y'all are on a bigger platform. Okay. But you're right, Robin. I don't care. And his ass don't either. You right. Whatever you say, you right, girl. We wrong.
So I saw a TikTok. My friend sent it to me. And somebody said that Robin is still paying the price of spending all of Juan's money. And I have to agree with that 100%. I think that Robin probably don't have any self-worth. I'm not even gonna say probably. I'm just gonna say she don't. Period. And I feel like now that she's in a position to where she has the money, that's her way of keeping Juan. She just wants to have him. I don't think that the arguments get that bad, because as you kind of mentioned, I think that Robin is living in a place of delusion where she probably don't want to argue no more. They probably used to be bad, but now she knows she got her clown mask on. She would just prefer not to have her clown mask on out in public. And I think that that's what she was explaining to Juan when she said the block is hot. So yeah, I think that she's in a place where she wants to keep that man. That's why she was kind of holding over his head last season about potentially writing in the cheating clause. Like, Juan, no, you ain't going nowhere. You just trying to, do the whole, I'm daddy now. I got the money now. You can't leave me.
You just made me think of something else. That's probably another reason why she wants to not care about it, because I bet you her ass did not put that cheating clause in her shit. And
I
if
think she said she
thinks
did.
about it more, it's gonna make her feel stupid. You know how you like, I ain't even gonna think about it, I'm gonna feel a way about it. So
she didn't do it.
It's multi things, yeah. That's sad.
As long as she making money from this show, he gonna be around, because he feels like whatever she has, she owes him, and he can also do whatever he want to do.
And that's her mistake, because she really should let his ass go. Like, she really should let him go, and go be fucking happy. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like, whoever you want to be happy with, Robin, just go be happy. Because you're not
That's
happy.
why she said my joy has been stolen, but it's not Juan's fault. Her mind has been so manipulated to the point to where she still ain't forgiving herself for losing all the money the first time. So everything that comes is kind of like, oh well, whatever.
But she tried to blame it on the people.
She is. She keeps talking about how, y'all just want us to suffer so bad. And basically, like, she's staying with him to spite the public. And it's like, girl, we do not care like that.
We don't.
Girl, you do. It's not going to do anything for us. You're going to be in this relationship with this man. He going to mistreat you, and the world will forget about you. It won't even matter like that. So I don't understand who you think you're really hurting. You hurting yourself. It's sad to me, for real though, because I feel like, to see somebody not really have any like self-respect, it's just always a terrible thing for me to watch. But moving on from Robin. So I don't believe this relationship with Giselle and the little boyfriend. I don't believe it for a second. I don't see any chemistry. I don't think that man wants her, and I don't think she wants that man like that. I think this is a ploy for y'all to come to us with the bullshit. And the thing that really caught me was the Freudian slip of I like vagina, but I didn't know it would be sitting at the door waiting on me. She said that when they all went to that Pilates class. And I was just like, I know people like to act like I just be saying shit, but y'all, I really have good gaydar. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's just some things about certain people that I just be picking up on,
I
and
was waiting on you to say this, Bondy, so I ain't have to say it. When I
yeah,
watched the
I
show,
think
I was like, oh, "Is this the man that you casted?
Good night.
No, is this the one you casted out of all the ones you could have? What?
because it's given he is,
Let's go shopping, girl. What
you
you?"
know,
I'm screaming.
I was like, "Let's take a Pilates class." What?
Oh
I
no.
didn't.
Oh
I can't
no.
get it.
It's okay, Bundy.
But yeah, I'm not feeling it. I don't think it's real.
I don't think it's real either. It looked like her and her son was in the kitchen trying to make something to eat for the other siblings.
So,
It was horrible. It was embarrassing. Watching this yoga scene, Giselle got on my fuck ass nerves. Like her and Ashley, I'm just like, yo, bro. Y'all finna make me start watching this damn show. Like, I'm like, they gonna make me start watching it. Like, I can't take it. Like, when Ashley was inviting people to the housewarming, and then Karen asked her if she was inviting Candace. She was like, no. She was like, oh, well, Candace gonna be out in Hollywood. And Giselle was like, yeah, right. But who cares? No one cares. Like, it was just like the energy that she gave. And it's like, bitch, you are so fucking whack and lame. And
wiggity
I
whack.
thought that I was gonna give you like an opportunity, everybody get like a clean slate. Let's see how this is gonna go.
Mm-mm.
But I'm like, this is gonna make me stop watching the show. And not only because of how she acts, but it's also the fact that Bravo gives her so many goddamn passes too.
Yup.
And then
Mhm.
Ashley Darby, I be liking you sometimes, but you are such a big four-headed ass liar, and it kills me softly. You sat up there and told your mama that you knew shit about the lawsuit between Candace and Michael. He doesn't tell me yet anything. But by the end of the episode, I don't know if she was talking to NECA or somebody. She ended up saying something that lets me know that, bitch, you do be knowing more than what the hell you saying. You're just a fucking liar. And just like you ran down there to be a witness for Monique, knowing you didn't even see the fight or what the fuck happened, you're gonna be the same person to run your ass down there for Michael and supporting him and all of that. But what's so interesting is, just as much as Candace has said shit about Michael, what about the shit Giselle has said? So why you not suing her too? I feel like everybody could share a little portion of the
That
lawsuit
is
in this
true.
bitch. So what's
That
really
is
going
true.
on with your fake ass? They get them, and I'm like, oh girl, y'all gonna make me tap out. I never thought I would want to tap out on Potomac. Toxic
Um,
Tomic.
y'all know I think that Candace and Ashley have hunched, right?
Yeah, I think we talked about it. I think so too.
That's a part of their love-hate relationship because I heard they back friends now.
I've
They
noticed
are.
that at the what is it called? The BravoCon, how they say they're up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't draw the conclusion that they've clicked
Well,
on
the reason
that
why
level.
I thought that is because when
They went
I
on a
think it
trip.
was Ashley was on Watch What Happens Live,
Oh,
and she
yeah, I
said
remember
to
now.
Andy when they went to Vegas or wherever they went,
I remember
they
now.
have some experiences that they wouldn't share with anybody.
Yes, we did talk about that.
Yeah, and just last season, Candace was showing her cooch. Ashley done seen it
Oh, whoop,
before.
there it is. Y'all right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
there's
that's
that.
why. Thanks, niece. That. Because people be, they always think I'm trying to make somebody gay, and it's like I'm really not.
No.
People are just more gay than y'all like to admit. Like,
Yeah. Forgot about that. They definitely did that.
so Ashley, like let's get into Ashley. So Wendy tries to have this conversation with Ashley, and I'm just like, Wendy, babe, Ashley's not your friend. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Please wake up.
Like, hello, what's going on? And then Ashley bringing in Aneka. And this is the thing that really pissed me off about this whole situation with Aneka. It's because I feel like y'all brought her on to prove that y'all aren't colorists. And not only to not prove that y'all aren't colorists, but then y'all are going to set them up against each other, Ashley, by saying Aneka was asking questions about Wendy when you were asking Aneka about shit. And, so, like, did you know this about Wendy? Like, you were trying to get her to talk bad. And because she did not, you decided to come and tell people that the girl was talking bad about Wendy any fucking way. So you really want these two Igbo Nigerian women to come on this show and beef. Now, if that ain't colonizer like, I know something.
Clock it. Clock it out.
And
I've been hearing
Candace
that a
needs
lot.
to recognize something here. You think it's just Michael. It's not just Michael. It's her too.
Clock it
I
out.
will say though, Ashley was fucked up for that. Like, why would you use their religion or whatever, assume religion or status or whatever in their culture to try to drive them apart? But Aneka was already on there. Let me just call the girl Neka. I'm gonna call her Neka because when she sat down at that table and Wendy was trying to say, "Oh, well, the Nigerian way to say it is this," she was like, "We in America let them say however they want to say it." It was almost as if she was trying to not align herself with Wendy and appease all of the other women. So she already, I had a feeling she was gonna come on there and pick me shit, and she did. So I'm not going to 100% blame Ashley because I feel like some more shit had been talked outside of Ashley coming with this plot. Like she's probably already talked bad about Wendy prior to this. And she wasn't going to never see it for Wendy because she knows her job is to come on the show and, be recruited to Green Eye Bandits.
I believe that, and I think we're going to see evidence of that. And the fact that also the previous evidence was when Candace had talked about how they all sat down to figure out a way to come for Monique that time after Andy's baby shower. That's enough to let me know that Nneka has sat down all of the ladies she needed. If she sat down with nobody else, she sat down with Giselle and Ashley because Giselle and Ashley been hanging out more this summer than Giselle and Robin. Mm-hmm. So that's enough to let me know that there was definitely a game plan and they were definitely going to pin those two ladies against each other.
That's why they all liked her. That's why they all saw it for her when she first came. Nobody had nothing to say, especially this comment that was just there about the foundation. Y'all gonna tell me y'all ain't see that foundation?
Oh, I saw it in the confessional. It was horrible.
Yeah,
I was like, this lighting is bad or something.
She's beautiful. Oh my God. I'm not calling the girl ugly. I'm just saying everything that they were saying was she's already passed the first round of interviews. They've met her. For
sure. And she coming in on her Monique, which is surprising because Giselle doesn't care. Yes. Yeah, because Giselle doesn't care because she's going to use her as a way to get at Wendy without having to necessarily film with Wendy. And I also want them to hold Ashley as accountable for keep bringing Deborah around. So when that fight and shit go down at the end of the season, y'all better blame stuff accordingly because Ashley already know how the other ladies feel about a person that's not even a part of the group. So you done brought this girl around to get some stuff started and it definitely got started. So y'all need to make sure y'all blame Ashley accordingly because if Karen would have brought Monique and then if Monique would have got into it with somebody, y'all would have been on Karen's head about Karen bringing somebody. So y'all need to get that same energy to Ashley.
And I like Ashley.
I'm sometimes with her. Sometimes she has her moments. And I really like her. And then I'd be like, God damn it, Ashley.
I would much rather
prefer her at the end of last season.
Yeah.
I would prefer Ashley over Giselle. I know like the show needs a pot stirrer, and I prefer the Ashley shit that Ashley do.
I will give it to Ashley, but I will say this: Ashley is loving that the conversation is on Robin because she tired of us being in her business about Michael, and it's just so funny how she try to brush it off when it comes to that relationship. It's like, girl, you went to the Bahamas with Michael and your two kids, like, and then did y'all catch the lie? This was the lie. This was the lie. First, she said that Michael's name was still on the mortgage because she don't want to be held responsible. Then she tells the girls that Michael's name is completely off the deed. I said, if you're not a raggedy faced liar,
that's not possible.
I said, this girl, no, she will. And then I'm like, y'all pay attention. She will look in somebody's face.
She said they bought it as a business, though. Is it possible? He's still tied to the house. He's still tied to
the house. Yes.
But
if he wasn't, he wouldn't have access like he does.
I think it's possible for his name not to be on the deed, but to be on the loan. Because I think he might have co-signed for the loan.
That man's name is on. We talking about Michael, who had this whole working with his attorneys, like she was really getting. Remember, you brought that up earlier. Working with this, like, no, that's Michael's house. Just that like them her kids, that's Michael's house.
Just like she said, that was Candace's mama house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ain't that funny? But you was talking about, girl, that is just so funny. Girl, let me just.
At least it was generational wealth through her mother, and not this man who you're gonna have to, or who you had to lay up with him and lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, makes me think about Diddy. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that soon.
Floodgates.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, is there anything else we need to discuss in Real Housewives of Potomac? Because there's a lot of gossip
I'm
that we.
glad Keke only shaking hands with Mia ass.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Thank you, you flip flopping ass bitch. Talking about you was mixing alcohol and pills, and now you just drinking wine. It's the same alcohol content, Mia.
And I was surprised she admitted to that. Wendy would have had a
To me,
field day if she
it
had
was a lie.
information.
Do y'all feel like she
It was a
lightweight
lie.
trying to put Gordon out there because she still think Gordon lying?
Yep.
I feel like, yeah, I think on this show, this is like the second
Threw
time
him under
she's
the bus.
mentioned potentially not believing him and thinking that he was
Embezzlement.
embezzling. And I think she's intentionally saying this on this show to protect herself.
She a dog ass
I can
bitch.
see.
She learned something at that club where she was wearing gowns and serving lobster.
Hello? Child, there's some mess
Listen,
there.
it is.
I do feel like
y'all.
Candace was throwing shade at Drew. I don't think that was necessarily right.
yes.
In my
So
opinion, I
glad
have
you
to be
said
honest.
that.
That was
Now,
definitely
why y'all
shade,
think?
Candace.
Why y'all think she was throwing shade? Because I think it's because Drew outsings her. But what y'all
I
think?
think it's because Drew ass was not ready. Drew is not prepared. That is why. Candace had already been touring. Drew was nervous about singing for 15 seconds. So I think that first, yes, if she was so nervous and she kept looking over to Candace
But
like,
Drew has been performing a lot since then. She did a lot of performances recently.
right, but during the time that they filmed this though,
That was the kickoff.
Drew wasn't doing Drew
Okay.
wasn't doing nothing. I think, but that's just what I think. I think that she just wasn't as experienced.
It was shade.
And it was
But then
definitely
hopped on
shade.
Twitter talking about they edited or something like that. Did y'all see her tweet?
I did. I think I did see something. She said something like it wasn't like that or something like that.
Yeah, but it was very much like that.
That's what it seemed like. I mean, even the guy was like, "Let me close my notebook while you say that," and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's not cool." Like, I didn't really like that. I have to be honest. I was like, "You have to do Drew like that. Drew catching strays." Like,
She was like, I can do shows myself. I don't need Drew to bring Chicago. Okay.
Okay, girl.
well, yikes.
Well,
I think that was it.
that's it. Let's go. Okay. So we're back again. We're back here again. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is not even on. But Scrappy and Erica Dixon allegedly have eloped or they want to get married, girl. We don't know which one it is. We think they really playing and they ain't really did shit. But we think they hunching for sure because they were in Vegas at the Usher concert. They were also on some island for Erica's birthday. And somebody asked Bam how she felt about it. You know, seeing that, you know, they've obviously rekindled their relationship. What does the Bam think?
Lots of people pointing to a vacation that happened recently between your ex and his ex. Well, whether or not they're still exes, did that make you feel a way?
No, it didn't. And one reason is because he wanted me and the children to go on vacation with him.
Oh, that was
sweet. Yeah, I was
You
like,
said hell no.
I didn't say hell no, but you know, I respectfully kind of eased my way out of the conversation. And then, you know, that's just typical, you know, him, what he does. He can't get what he want over here, he gonna go over there. So
wow.
I thought when you said you got invited, I thought he was trying to do co-parenting with all of you guys. Like everybody go together.
Shamia.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking this is like a Will Jada type of, you know, entanglement.
Honey, that would never happen.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
There I go playing green.
There you go.
Yeah,
Shamia
Shamia, because it was like, what? Like what?
She's
So
so
they were
damn
co-parenting.
Ain't no way I would have stepped out and not looking my best after seeing him with Erica just to let them know that they wasn't shitting on nobody.
Listen, I'm not gonna, because I'm looking, I'm like, damn, Bambi look like she's still stressed the fuck out in this
Going
interview.
through
I think that was an early morning like radio interview. I don't think that's because that was 6 in the
I was
morning.
like,
Yeah.
this shit had to be like 5 in the morning, goddamn.
Shit,
Like,
4
Yeah.
in the
Because
morning.
I've seen her on Instagram and she looked good. Y'all wrong.
no,
I'm
she do
just
look
saying.
good. Now, don't get me wrong, but like in this particular clip, she was down bad at that time.
Yeah, ain't no way. I would have been stepping on necks. Like, bitch, you might be at the island with him, but you don't look better than me. That's what I would have been stepping like.
Like, girl, this is
Wow.
very
She
disappointing.
did on her other ones, like her other little okay, hold up. This was on her Instagram, y'all. We gonna redeem Bam right
I was
quick.
literally there. I like, look at Bondy finna redeem her.
Bondy, like, hold on. Don't do it like
Don't
that.
do my girl like that.
Don't do my girl like that. Don't do my girl like that. Okay.
Now
'Cause
see,
she
this is
still,
what you would take and let them know I'm on my own island, bitch.
Yes.
this is 24 minutes ago, bitch. This
Okay.
was 24 minutes ago. Okay. Hold up.
Can
Let's
I
slide down because I had recently saw this one. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
angelic.
Now, what I would like
Definitely.
to say is I believe her when she says she felt no ways because he asked if her and the kids could go on the trip. I definitely believe. I mean, we literally just saw him having an interaction with Diamond after doing a party with Erica. He over here going back and forth with Diamond. So, excuse me, I definitely believe that she telling the truth. I wouldn't have felt no damn ways. And then why would I feel ways about a woman that's back with a dude that tried to get your child taken from you? Girl, fuck you.
Boom.
Like, I wouldn't. Okay,
Agreed.
if that's what you want, rock with it. I ain't gotta rock with it no more. If you want to, after he's put you through everything he put you through, then you saw what he put me through, and then you finna go back, girl. Good luck. Have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me
That's
out
what
of
I
it.
feel like it's given. But then y'all know Mama D couldn't be far behind.
It was Erica's birthday in Hawaii. Why was this girl with hoofs say she was invited? And, oh, I just didn't want to go. I turned him down because, you know. Girl, I don't know about thinking about you. First of all, for the record, it was Erica's birthday getaway. Why would they invite you? So you weren't invited. Everybody, you got to think. She's saying that she was invited to Erica's birthday getaway. Think about that. Everything she does, she's a lie. She don't even know the truth. If it slapped her in the face, and the more she lie, the more big her gums get. The bigger her gums, the teeth gonna fall out. They don't swell so big. I'm serious, y'all. One thing about it. See, let me tell you something about God. He up high, he look down low. Don't you know? Girls, you gotta stop. Stop lying to these people. When they find out about your lies, they're gonna be actually mad because some people actually like her.
So God looking down on you too, ma'am. And you do know that she never said she was going on that trip. That's what be making you so discreditable because you don't listen. She never said she was invited on that trip. She said she was invited on a trip. And you over here on social media wasting your good breath in your last few days on what
Not
Ben
last few days.
on what Ben be talking about. Like, girl, you listening too hard, Mama D.
She wasted it on that and lip filler.
Girl, I can't. Not when the teeth finna fly out. Oh. Oh. So leave that girl alone. You are too old to be coming down here worrying about what this girl is doing.
No.
Okay.
I think she since then has got new teeth and new lips, right?
I don't know.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah, probably. I would have. My
Either way.
shit flew out like that. Let me get some more.
Oh, he needs some whole dentures in that bitch, and them came out one time too.
She need to go get them scrappy veneers. Did he get them knocked out? Or did he get the original teeth knocked out? Got them replaced? I thought he got original knocked out, got them replaced, got the replacements knocked out, and then had to get some more.
Knocked out. That's what happened.
Am I tripping? Somebody correct me in the comments. But I know the originals got knocked out when he got in the fight. That's why he went and got the veneers. I'm just trying to see if the veneers got knocked out. The veneers got knocked out another time, and he had to go get some more.
He got them redone because the first veneers was like the big horse teeth. Then the second veneers look better. I don't know.
Oh my god, y'all! I'm sorry, that was hilarious to me. But either way, Erica and Scrappy are all over the internet, showing their love for one another, making it seem as if she got, girl, listen. At the end of the day, it seemed as if he was fucking you and Diamond at the same time. You probably don't care. You probably so happy to get the D back because that's what you always wanted. But I just want to remind everybody that y'all was mad at Bam because Bam did not trust the dynamic of their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And
yeah.
they broke up. They started fucking. So I just want to remind everybody, like, oh, it's so difficult. Yeah, because I know she won't fuck him. I know she won't fuck my husband. I know. I'm aware. So yeah, I've been told y'all that I felt like that was a reason why she didn't really like that bitch, and I understand why. She was doing too much. And Mama D, you always got something to say, and it's all your fault. It's all your fault, Mama D. You know what I mean? Like,
and your son told your T, girl.
So sad. All right,
I'm so tired of these mamas hopping into stuff. Like when I think about Blueface Mama, who loves the internet so much, and then now Miss Mama D trying to become Blueface Mama, even though she was Blueface Mama before Blueface Mama was Blueface Mama. Like it's, you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
then Darius Jackson, Mama.
Right? I'm tired. Go knit.
We miss when you not knit. Like go make some fucking baby booties for these grandbabies, bitch.
We need therapists in schools.
We do.
We need therapists.
Parents not doing their job.
No, because the thing is, these insecure ass pick me women, they breed toxic men. They do. Oh Lord, start them early. Video. You are valued.
I'm mad I didn't save it. I'm mad I didn't save it. But I was probably one of the only people in the comments that said that lady sound ignorant as fuck, going off with her son right there talking about how no little girl don't need to be trying to go to no steakhouse on no first date. They don't even know if she worth a steak. She might just be worth a piece of bread.
Whoa.
And I was just, yeah, she was doing a lot because she felt like the little girl shouldn't have been asking her son to take her to a steakhouse on their first date. And I just kind of feel like, talking about y'all need to go to Applebee's. I'm like, bitch, who the fuck eats at Applebee's in 2023? Ugh. Like, ugh.
Nobody that care about themselves.
Like, what the fuck?
How you don't know your son want to go to goddamn steakhouse too? Who the hell said he like Applebee's? Like, he want to eat good too.
I never had a steakhouse date, so fuck her.
You shouldn't either.
Yeah,
just giving you pay for your son's dates instead of having him have a little job and he pay for his dates out of his own pocket, and that ain't really got nothing to do with you except for him telling you when, where, how long he gonna be there, and when he coming home. Besides that, like, you shouldn't even really, like, it seemed like she might have been reading his text messages or something like that. And the little girl was like, where you gonna take me? And she like, you ain't about to have my son take you to no steakhouse so you can just leave the date and take the food to go. And I'm like, who would do that? First of all, take the food to go. Like, you gonna at least finish the food there and then take the food to go once y'all done. But like, who's rushing it? First of all. Second of all, I just kind of felt like it was just coming from a place of vitriol. How you gonna say if this little girl talking about where was the last place your daddy brought you to? And I was just like, see, you couldn't fuck with a little girl like me. Because a little girl like me would have been, daddy took me to a fucking steakhouse, Root Chris, bitch. What you mean? Like, and I'd have let you know, like, the fuck? My daddy took us to some of the best restaurants in New Orleans and get all kind of shit going on. The girl, your feelings would get fucking hurt if it was me as a little girl. Okay? But another thing is, it felt like, his date money must come out of her pocket. And that's why I was like, see, y'all be fucking up from the gate. Because he should have to pay for that. He should have to work him a little job to pay for his date. But here's the thing. A dinner at a steakhouse might cost you $200. You mean the same amount of money you spend on them little niggas' tennis shoes and shit? I'm just saying. It's like, so your son deserves $200 tennis shoes, but the little girl don't deserve a steak? I don't like how y'all be. I don't like how y'all be sometimes.
I do get if she wants him to be responsible and not played. I do get that. If there was some type of lesson behind that. Don't just be over here being broke as hell because you over here trying to take this. But I do feel like that's a conversation with your son, though, actually. Trying to take this girl to steakhouse and then take this girl to steakhouse and then take this girl. You know what I'm saying? Dating multiple people can become very expensive.
Yes. And
so
that's why you should
lesson. I get it.
And
but I don't
do
think
it
that's
if
a
you can't do
conversation
it.
for the little girl. I think that's a conversation for the little child.
Like she shouldn't have to
she
lower her
was
standards because your son can't afford this. Just say
she was
no.
projecting that towards the girl. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of mamas do.
Ugh,
I
just
hate
ugh.
it. I hate it.
But let's get on these daddies for a second. Because
Ooh,
y'all, I'm so tired. And then people are actually defending Benzino just when you think
What
you've
happened?
seen enough
Mhm.
for people to not defend certain people. There are still people on the internet talking about, Coy Lee. They know Coy Lee's right up. Coy Lee raised life better than she does, apparently. But this is him.
And what I called you for, yeah, I called you for some money. I made you, you didn't make me. You're right, I called Ray Ray and everybody else. I'm supposed to. Who the fuck else am I supposed to call? What the fuck is the matter with this generation and you kids, man? Y'all are Angie knew what she was doing. She don't like me. Angela Yee knew what she was doing. She don't like me. But you had no problem with disrespecting the fucking man that brought you here. I had you. You didn't have me. My career, I did fucking things. Amazing things. I'm proud of what you're doing, but Coy, you ain't done this shit or made the money that I made. You couldn't walk in my fucking Adidas for an hour. How can you get on here and say that you're a clout? I'm using you for clout. Coy, your first record was disrespecting me. Your first record that Universal allowed was you disrespecting your father. In that narrative of me not being there and you had to come out and sell drugs and you had to overcome all these obstacles. No. You was bad. Your mother sent you down to live with me in Atlanta. You couldn't cope with that because I wasn't going for the shit that she goes for and went for. So I don't know if there was some anger because of that, but that's all how I knew to be a father. How am I using you as a clout kid? Do you know, Coy, when me and your mother broke up, the $800,000 new house in Upper Saddle River, not Saddle River, we moved from the mansion to Upper Saddle River. Remember, I got indicted by the feds and I lost everything. I got indicted by the feds and I lost everything. Now, I go back to the street. Fuck the music industry. The street is there for me. I'll take my right back to Boston or any block in this country and get it. Because that's what I did. For real. But we started Hip Hop Weekly. We moved on. I moved to Miami. But I gave your mother a house. Now, before that, I was giving your mother $4,000 a month allowance. 4 G's a month for a few years. She could have took some of that money and saved it. She could have opened up a business. When I gave her the house, Coy, you, Taj, Kwame, and Marnie, when I gave her the house, like the 4 or 5 bedroom house, I was still spending $2,500 a month when we broke up. The mortgage was $1,800 a month. She said she couldn't afford it. I got no problems with Asia. I'm not disrespecting Asia, I'm not disrespecting your mother, but I'm telling my fucking truth because I'm tired of you lying on me and making, you don't understand, Coy, right? What I went through, like I represent a lot of in that town, in Roxbury, in Dorchester. But I can't let you come on the internet and ruin my reputation.
We can end it right there. He was gonna talk for another 2 minutes, but we ain't have to do that. Y'all tell me, what do y'all think?
he's
I just want to
jealous.
know how he had her.
What do you
He
mean how he
said,
had her?
well, he said, I had you. He kept saying it, meaning my nut is what created you. But at the same time,
Yeah.
did you have her? Like you say, you had her. Did you have her emotionally? Did you
Yep.
really have her financially? Like you say, and then now you want to come because you're the parent feeling entitled to the money that she worked her ass off for. See, what it is that you're really mad that she made it without your ass. And if
Yep.
you've come across so much money, then where the fuck is it at now? I really don't care anything about what the feds indicted you for, because after suffering the way that you did, you would think that your thoughts and how your process for managing money would be greater and better than what it was previously. So where the fuck your money at now? And then you want to sit up here and talk about it's not about clout, but you're doing a whole damn live seeking clout, and you know that the blogs are going to repost it. Yeah, I wouldn't give, my daddy didn't show up in my life how he needed to be. I'm not gonna give you no fucking money because I'm not entitled to do that. See, you as my parent, you're supposed to do that. I didn't ask to come in this world. Y'all chose to have me. So that's on you. But don't think that you're entitled to the money and things. Like, you would think from the last time they argued, which could have been maybe a year or two ago, that you would have worked on having a better relationship with her and y'all would have gotten better. And maybe she would have let you in on some stuff and you would have got a piece of a coin.
Hold up.
But
Hold up.
absolutely not.
She responded. She responded. Hold up. You know, she covers that part. But I want, you know, before we go further into it.
Him go online and just to create craziness for no reason, make up things, try to make it seem like I just don't, it just has to stop. And if you notice, it has been a pattern for some time now, a pattern since he went on Clubhouse and did the whole blick situation and leaked the fact that I had the record with Nicki, since he went and tried to downplay my album sales on Trendsetter, since he went and tried to, like, it just seems like every single time, instead of you congratulating me and be happy for me, you want to go online and try to use me to prove yourself to these people in this industry on why you feel like you didn't get the respect or whatever it is that you deserve. I don't want to be a clout kid. I'd rather us, again, just hit me offline, hit our family, and other than that, I'll never, ever, ever mention anything in any more interviews ever again. You don't call, you don't write, but you take every...
Oh, shit, my bad. She was saying, you know, he don't call, he don't write, but he takes shit to the internet. And she says she's not lying about her story. And I don't feel like she's lying. I feel like he was saying the same shit that she's saying. You were sending money at first, and then you lost a lot, so you couldn't send anymore, and you weren't there physically. So she doesn't have a relationship with you. She said, I watched some of her Angie Martinez interview, and she said that when he left the mom for good, she was 9 years old, but she didn't really feel a difference because he wasn't ever really around anyway. And everybody likes to excuse this. Oh, he was in the entertainment business. Okay, so what the child supposed to do with the fact that their father wasn't around because he was in the entertainment industry, and then you don't have shit to show for it? She said at a time they're like living in a hotel and watching him on fucking Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Giving hoes jewelry and shit, and your children is out here struggling. So yeah. And then it was 4 of them. It was 4 of them that mama never worked. So she became a bartender. But she wasn't making enough money to sustain that house that he left them with. And also take care of 4 kids at the same time with no help. And like, you know, you could have been sending money every now and again, but it's also an energy thing. It's the energy thing. Like, you're not there to make those kids feel like you care about them because you're not fucking there. I don't know why everybody excuses absentee parenting like it's of no consequence if the person was a celebrity. Like, that's so weird to me that y'all do that. Those kids still feel the pain of feeling like their existence and their feelings go on the back burner for whatever you had going on. And to me, I feel like you don't have a right to feel like you're entitled to anything that she has. You don't, because you were supposed to have her. And at the end of the day, you didn't fully take care of that girl her entire life. You didn't do right by her. So you really shouldn't feel so entitled to any fucking thing. As far as I'm concerned, everybody that's like, oh, I would do this for my people, I would do that. That's probably because your parents were there for you in some capacity. Benzino wasn't there for Coy the way she explained. I don't think there's a reason for her to lie. We saw Benzino. We also have seen how Benzino handles women. He is volatile. He's volatile and he be out of fucking control. Y'all think he was gonna be a good parent to somebody? Like,
yeah, he's jealous of her. When he said you couldn't walk an hour in my Adidas, for me, that was him trying to make an excuse as to why she made it and he didn't. So like Jamie said, I think he especially feeling some type of way because she made it without him. But yeah, he's just it's giving narcissistic.
You just gave an example of the Adidas as to why you feel like he's jealous or whatever, and why she made it and not him. And I see that same thing when he mentioned I was indicted. I had way more money than what I was indicted. Like okay.
Bad things happened
That's
to me.
fault.
Everything, I was just unlucky, basically, is how he's trying to explain.
No, it was you. It was you. She talked about how it was like he ruined a lot of relationships because he don't know how to fucking act. He's volatile.
Without Thea. I don't even know what's going on with the sun. Do you even see the sun anymore?
I know you sitting on the balcony with some fucking braids screaming into a cell phone, and that never looks good to me. When I
Who did that out there?
No, Benzino. Benzino was sitting on the balcony with
with the braids. Yeah, okay.
That's
screaming
why
into
I say treat your kids right. You know what I'm saying? When they coming up, because you're gonna have to get old and you don't know when, what, or how you gonna need them when your ass get old. Treat them right. Do right by them so it ain't even a question about what they will want to do for you because of how you showed up for them.
I agree. What happened to the neck? I wonder, did he used to have a neck? Yeah. Are there old pictures of him?
I don't think he's
never
ever had
his
a
whole
neck.
life?
I don't think so.
Oh Lord.
That's yeah, he said he sent the 2,500. Rent was 1,800, at least 700 for 4 kids. Electricity, phone, clothes in the early 2000s. Nah, she was not making it. Like, and that's obvious. Like, and he wasn't in a place to help at some point, and he didn't give a fuck enough to help at some point. So I just kind of was like, the fact that he even online and people are defending him, the world is doomed.
He could have probably pulled a Irv Gotti and got a show with his whole family
if he cared enough about him.
Exactly.
And then he was calling for like other people, like Ja Rule, who she said she spent a lot of time in their household. And he's like, y'all need to speak up for me. Like, boy, shut the fuck up. Bitch
boy,
ass,
literally.
Yeah, he's a child to me. You're a child in a grown man's body. So let's go ahead and skip on past that. And let's just go ahead and get into the Keke Palmer situation. Okay.
You need to do like the video.
Yeah.
Please like the video.
Yeah. Please.
That you put it through? That you put it through?
What the fuck is you saying, ignorant?
That you put it through?
Can you speak English? That's part of the reason why you can't get no acting job.
I'm sure.
Your articulation is poor.
I'm sure.
What the fuck are you saying?
I'm sure.
Armand Wiggins.
If only you actually like.
Put it through? What does that mean? Can you put it through?
He's trying to do the whole child actor parents sacrifice their childhood gag.
Oh, well, okay, well, we got
look at her.
$30 million today.
Look at her. That's fine.
Yeah, I sacrificed her, I guess.
Okay.
Armand Wiggins.
But what did your mama do to you?
Huh?
She fucked you up.
My mom's fine.
You should have been a child entertainer.
I'm
you
good.
should have been one. Maybe you would have more gumption. Maybe you would have more get to it. Because your mama fucked you up. She turned you into a punk-ass mama's boy who harasses a woman. What kind of bullshit is that? Your mama should be ashamed of herself. She should be telling you, why are you harassing this girl, Jerry?
Because
why are you doing this?
Why say horrible things to her?
she's the one that kept wanting to come back around. Trust me, I didn't want this.
Well, that makes no sense as to why you harass. There's no need to say horrible things and send me this Usher picture. There's no reason for that. You do that because you're nuts. There's no reason for you to say that. Jezebel, calling me Haiti. That's all unnecessary. You do all of that unnecessarily because something's wrong with your mind. It's not normal. You sound like you have a broken brain and you need to go to see somebody because you're chemically imbalanced. There's nothing that I've done for you to stay on that page. People have endured more. I've endured more from you and I don't do that to you. I don't sit up there and call you all kinds of names and do stuff like that. You randomly have an episode and then you harass me for an hour straight. That's what you do.
Now I'm gonna
it's not normal. It's not necessary. You could just not talk to me.
I'm gonna harass you. Usher's bisexual. He sleeps with men, you stupid motherfucker.
Armand Wiggins.
You should know you spend a lot of time with Dorian.
Usher. You was a dumb motherfucker. And then you let your family, you let your brother talk you into, hey man, look, your brother's a pussy too. His reputation in Hollywood is he's a fuck boy. And he's an asshole. And nobody really likes him. Lauren London don't like his ass.
Armand Wiggins.
So at the end of the day, you, the Jacksons, are fucking jokes. You guys are fucking jokes. That's what you are. You're a fucking joke. So don't blame Keke for being a joke. You was a joke before you met her.
Armand Wiggins.
So don't blame her. Don't thinks they're going to call the mother of their child cunt, bitches, whore, you've been run through, and I'm going to come and get the baby. What kind of mental motherfucker are you? Nobody does that, Jerry. Nobody does that. What woman wants their child to go be with a man who calls them cunts and bitches? That's the stupidest thing I've ever. If my daughter ever give you the baby after you call her a cunt, I'm gonna beat her ass.
Armand Wiggins.
And you know what?
Baby's gonna be back in my arms. I'm like, the inevitable's gonna happen. He's gonna grow up to be a man, a real man, and he's gonna go ahead and just come on over. All right. Dad, I'm his dad. I'm his dad. I'm his dad. I don't care about what you all think. I don't care what you think, especially Keke. I don't care about what anybody else thinks. Sharon, your opinion is very little to me. You're wasting your breath right now, Sharon. You're wasting your breath right now. You're wasting your breath right now. Trust me.
All right. So that was a clip from the audio. You guys heard it. Armand Wiggins posted that. And it sounds like Sharon has had it up to here with the weirdo nigga, coming to her daughter's house unannounced, busting in the door, taking phones and all of that. I know they thought they was, proving something in this situation. Keke said that she hit him. She admitted to hitting him, but he hit her first. I don't know what y'all think is going on here, but I'm not about to argue with nobody. He's abusing her. I clocked it when he was trying to slut shame her on the fucking internet, because that's shit that abusive niggas do. So yeah, he's abusive. I believe everything that Keke said. The mama sounded like she was just tired of him. I hate that Usher had to catch that stray, but yeah, I believe it, especially after you think about the fact that Usher was on tour with Diddy when he was like 13. And it's giving all of that's true. It's giving all of that's true. So yeah, y'all, it's all come out. I'll say.
I think it's very possible. I know her mom came out and retracted some of the things she said about Usher, but she sounded very confident in the things that she said about Usher.
She did.
Do we give a damn? I definitely don't. Okay. I'm not one that's into the buy thing, but I'm engaged. But anyway, hey Usher, honey.
Jami, you gonna make me jump out this car. Quit playing with me. She disrespect me in my face.
She
on
did.
this live. In my face.
Do you see how these women are gonna fight over this man, whether he's gay or not? Do y'all see this?
Period.
These very straight women do not care that this nigga's gay. They don't care. They still want him. It's giving Prince vibes, okay?
Okay.
Vibes. Nobody cares.
But yes, like she retracted it, but she sounded very confident. But at the end of the day, what I love is that a lot of people don't care. What we're focusing on is that this man is still in her home, unannounced, uninvited, and ain't nobody like, hello, like you need to go. So I don't care what her mama said. I don't care what she said. I know she said a lot out of anger. Get your ass out these people's house. And then he just continued to say things to antagonize her more, so he could get more on audio. And keep in mind, whatever audio was sent over to Armand, I definitely feel like it was edited at the end of the day. He probably didn't even say all of the stuff that he wanted to say. But here's the other thing for me too. You can drop as many book excerpts, okay? Because I saw Armand drop book excerpts. You could drop as many book excerpts. You could say whatever the fuck you want to say about the evidence that he showed you. Why ain't nobody talking about him body slamming her back in February 2022? What can you say about that footage?
Or trespassing in November.
With that? And just because she may have apologized for hitting him or whatever the case, y'all act like two things can't be true. That she was not in a mentally and physically abusive relationship. That just don't make sense. And it's like, it's really giving wrong road, wrong side. But align yourself accordingly and do what you want to do. But I believe whatever Keke talking about. And the only thing that's going to make me unbelieve that is if she dropped this video and it shows something completely different than what she put in her police statement.
And we saw screenshots, so I don't know how it could be much different with him standing over her like this. Like,
right. Everything she said, you could see in the screenshots. He came, sat in my chair after telling him to leave. I created distance by standing behind the sofa. He came around the sofa, got in my face. Everything that she labeled, you could see through the screenshots. So I don't know.
Did y'all peep
Thank
how
you,
she
Mika.
said you had an episode?
Yep.
She said you had an episode and then you harassed me for an hour. That's the first time I heard that part. Yeah. Other thing that shook me, number one, I love when Sharon said, if my daughter give you the baby after that, I'm gonna beat her ass. I was like,
Yes,
come
loved
through.
it.
Oh my gosh,
Loved
I
it.
love that part.
Great moment. Great black mom
Then
moment.
yeah. Then when she said, or no. When Darius called her Sharon by first name, Sharon, I was like, no, Miss Sharon, where are you from? Where did y'all get this man from?
Not the
That
South.
bothered me. The other thing that I will say, I believe Keke's a victim. Let me say that. What told me Keke was a victim was her ability to not really sound that bothered through what must have been an intense situation. Her mama was going off, and she was just like, when she was complaining to him, she wasn't necessarily going off on him like Miss Sharon was. She was almost pleading with him. Like, you know, you had an episode.
You need help.
You need help. That's what she said. She also said, I've endured worse from you, and I've never done that. She was pleading with him while her mama was the one going off on him. And that tells me that this man has her mentally. So I definitely think that she is a victim. I think the situation is fucked up. And I don't know. I just feel so bad for Keke because she going through this publicly. And it's a shame because this is the stuff that we seen from day one. When she had this man around, when she had him on her app and he was basically working for her, he popped up out of nowhere. You had the man baby, then you was posting happy family everywhere. I didn't trust it before the Usher situation. And the other thing from this audio that we didn't listen to at the end was when Miss Sharon said, why don't you go find you a Mexican or an Asian girl?
Oh,
have y'all? I don't think that she was just trying to be racist. I think that she's referencing the other girl that people are alleging that he got pregnant and he asked her to terminate her pregnancy, but ended up having a baby with Keke. So I think that's what she referencing. He probably was really with that girl before because that girl wasn't black.
That is correct. She was not black.
And whenever men talk like this with this voice that he puts on, that Brian Gumble, bullshit voice that he puts on, it kind of gives, you don't really want black women, but you want Keke because Keke is giving money.
For sure.
He's gonna become a man, and then he's gonna come find his dad. I'm his dad.
And that's it. That's all it's gonna be to him. He's gonna be a man like his dad. Girl, that
especially
boy
don't care what you have to say, Keke.
Is a
that shit right there. I especially don't care what you have to say. How you don't care what the mother of the child got to say, you fucking weirdo? Oh, girl. It's definitely giving he got her pregnant to trap her.
It's the mama for me. It's the mama for me. To set her ass up there and gonna sit up there and text Sharon talking about something you threatened my son. I could tell you don't care about your respect or value your life nor his life. Girl, fuck your son. Yes. I'm so glad she said your own son choked his sister out. So you need to deal with those issues before you bring your ass over here trying to have a conversation with me. And had you really got your son a long time ago, we wouldn't even be here.
It was
the
once
restraining order she got with her with his daddy. His daddy, the restraining order is still in place that Darius's mom has with his father. So he comes from an abusive household. Period.
It was once I had seen that text message from Between the Mamas where it said that Darius had choked his own sister. So let me say this. Initially, when Saronis Jackson came out, his brother, with that tweet that was like alluding to somebody being the most manipulative and abusive, I thought he was talking about Keke, and I thought he was going up for his brother. But once I seen the text message talking about how Darius had allegedly choked his sister out, I was like, oh, he's doing that. Yes, he's doing that thing where he wants to be on the right side of the story, similar to how he came out like, oh yeah, I went up for women against Trey Songz. He wants to keep that image. And I think that that's what that tweet was about.
Yes.
Oh, you so
That's
right.
why Miss Sharon called him out and was like, who do you think you are to be a saint when I've already told you your brother was full of shit? You the one that taught him to be exactly who the hell he is. And now we know your daddy also taught y'all who the hell you are.
And Sarana's baby mama, who was on Insecure with him, they're in court right now because he is trying to, I guess, stop her from moving to Texas. She can no longer afford to live in both Texas and California. So she's in Texas with their child, and he's trying to, I guess, make her move back to California, even though she can't afford it. And he probably ain't paying for shit.
She can't even leave the state with that in limbo. So she's stuck in Cali, from what it appears. She's stuck. She can't even go down to Texas. And I'm like, okay, I'll stay, but you finna pay for everything. Like, to have me here, like, that's doing
what I was
me
thinking.
Any justice. Like,
is he trying to make her stay, or is he trying to get custody of the child from her?
No, he's trying to make her stay. And it's also like a custody situation because she was talking about how because she was talking about how if he, he'll have the baby around whoever he'll have the baby around, she's worried about that. Who he'll have their child around when he's working or he's not there, when a child could just be with their damn mama. And he's not there all the time anyway. She said he's sporadic. He comes in and out, but he wants full custody because he doesn't want the kids to be living in Texas.
Which says a lot about their mama in my personal, because I'm like, you won't want the child to be left with the grandmama, which to me says a lot about his mom. And according to Sharon, I guess their dad's mom said that they mama crazy anyway. So maybe I'm thinking that Dominique may not have that great of a relationship with Saronis's mom, which is why she don't want her child to just be left with her when she's not around, and clearly don't want them left with the damn brother, and I don't blame her. So I feel like all of this they getting that advice from their mama on how to handle this situation, which is therefore creating turmoil for the child.
And see, I don't understand how anybody can say that Keke is abusive too. Where's the evidence of that? Besides her saying she hit him.
Oh, that's what I was saying about book excerpt. So I know Armand went and found an excerpt from one of her books where she talks about being physical with one of her boyfriends that never was really, I guess, physical with her or whatever the case was. She brought herself to be the aggressor in that relationship. But here's the gag for me. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Okay? I'm talking about this relationship right here and what she endured. Okay, with this relationship, you're pulling stuff from what she said to try to discredit what happened in this relationship and the evidence that she has in this relationship. This is what we talk about.
And I also feel like, this is another one of them times where I do understand that women can be abusive, but y'all really act as if men are not stronger. And when I say that, I feel like men are taking they're making a choice to not fight back a lot of the times when women abuse them. They're making a choice that I'm not going to hit her because I don't want to hurt her because she's a woman in some respect. With women, it's not the same thing that's happening. Like, she a lot of the times can't physically overpower him. Most women I know can't really physically overpower the dude that they're with. So if he is getting abused, it's like a mental thing where he's like kind of told himself, I'm going to let her hit on me and I'm not going to fight back. Well, women, it's not like they're deciding not to fight back. They can fight back and they still gonna fucking lose. So I feel like even with this situation with Darius, y'all are not looking at it from a realistic point of view. Even if Keke was somebody that got physical in her relationships, he would still be overpowering her and beating her ass if they were really fighting like that. If she was really tussling with him and shit, it would have been like Chris Brown and Riri. Okay, y'all remember how he fucked up Riri's face, and that was because she was fighting him back. So I just kind of feel like once I saw them still shots of the camera footage inside the house, it just wasn't giving she can actually overpower him if she wanted to. It just wasn't giving that to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like you can't say she's abusive too, because he's winning the fights. If they're fighting, he's winning the fights.
And then to mention when she was he also referenced she also said that she hit him. And I'm like, but are you listening to what she's saying though? Because everything that she's doing, what she apologized for, or whatever she said in that portion, it was a reaction to an action. So he had to have done something Like, duh. And then showing those defense wounds, like those markings on his body, like they look like she was defending herself the whole time. But can you highlight this comment in the chat? None of the evidence that the Jacksons have dropped has shown them to be credible. But it's XIUM Miko, Zumiko,
Oh.
or something like that. Zymiko.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, I see this one. Yes, his mom is supporting them even though they went
Not that
against her in
one.
court. Okay.
Uh
Oh. Him and his
yes, him
brother
and his
wrote
brother wrote
declaration.
declarations to support. Yes, I saw that, and I was wondering, were the declarations on behalf of the mom or was it on behalf of the
I thought it was
dad?
on behalf of the mom.
That's what I
When
thought,
I
but I'm
looked
gonna go
at
back
it,
and look at it,
yeah,
which
no,
is
when
real
I looked at it,
interesting. I wouldn't be surprised either way because the grandma done already said the lady is crazy. Now, it
that's
doesn't mean
true.
that the dad didn't do anything to deserve to receive a restraining order or whatever and have a DV and all of that because they were getting a divorce or
Somebody's
something.
fucking abusive.
But this is just some real interesting stuff around the family.
It is.
So it's
And to
giving
me, it's showing a
either their
pattern.
mama crazy and two things could be true, or it's giving that they uphold their daddy and they bullshit. So I don't know.
Damn
But
it,
I
where is
definitely
it?
saw that where they wrote the declarations. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
I thought there was declarations on her part, like to to defend her, which is how her restraining order, was given
Mm-hmm.
because they gave a witness for her. But maybe I had it wrong. They said no, it was for the father. Okay.
It was
Now
for
he
the
wants
father. Oh.
joint custody to control her. Not to mention there was an audio of her saying put her hands on him because of what was done to her and then cut off. They was editing the shit out of that. And it
Correct.
makes sense. A lot of abusive sons side with their abusive ass fathers because, they're being taught that they're men, so they're supposed to stick together. Speaking of men who's supposed to be sticking together, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap this shit up, okay? And we're gonna wrap this shit here up with the piping hot tea, the new news, the breaking that just came in, okay?
Me
So
here.
y'all, listen, we told y'all that it was gonna be surviving Diddy at some point. We gave everybody the heads up, okay? We told them what to expect. Surviving Diddy coming near you, okay? Now, according to the New York Times, Cassie is filing a $30 million lawsuit against Diddy, but what she's claiming is years of abuse and R. Okay? Great. Y'all know what I'm saying. In the suit, Cassie says that after she met him in 2005, when she was 19, he began a pattern of control and abuse that included giving her, that included giving her alcohol with drugs. They left out the word alcohol, but I assume that's what they meant. Beating her and forcing her to have sex with a succession of male prostitutes while he filmed the encounters. In 2018, the suit says near the end of their relationship, Diddy forced his way into her home and raped her despite her denying his advances. Cassie says Diddy was controlling from the very beginning of their relationship. She says he would often give her drugs, including ecstasy and ketamine, which she believes led to her memory loss, which she unfortunately deals with today. She claims Diddy would beat her multiple times each year, but she was scared to report it to the police in fear that she would be abused more. In one incident in 2009, Diddy allegedly became enraged when he saw Cassie talking to another talent agent, then pushed her into a car and kicked her repeatedly in the face, making her bleed. The suit says that after seeing the violent repercussions, Miss Ventura felt that saying no to Mr. Combs would cost her something, her family, her friends, her career, or even her life. In another incident, Diddy grew so angry about her dating the rapper Kid Cudi that he said he would blow up the rapper's car. Around that time, the suit says Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. She even claims he once hung someone off a 17th floor balcony. Somebody was watching the 5 Heartbeats. Niggas a terrorist. The suit also says he began coercing her to engage in a fantasy of his called voyeurism, in which she was directed to have sex with a succession of male prostitutes while Diddy watched, masturbated, took pictures, and shot video. They were called freak offs. He even allegedly punched her in the face, giving her a black eye during one of the freak offs. It was caught on camera, but Diddy allegedly paid for it to disappear. He denies all claims. I believe every word of it. I just want to say that.
Me too. I didn't know about the Kid Cudi thing. I didn't read that
I
part.
didn't know either. And Kid Cudi confirmed it.
Oh my
A
God.
spokeswoman.
Yep.
This is all true.
That's what they're saying. They are confirming his car blew up. I was going back to 2012 trying to see if I could find any articles or something about it to see if, there was any details. But I said, I'll get them some time. They're going to drop those court records too, or police reports or phone calls of people saying a car just blew up in the neighborhood. So it's going to come out. But I hate to say it, but this is sad. I hate that she endured a lot. One of the questions that I hate the most that I'm seeing is why it took her so long.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
starting to get on my fucking nerves. Like, that is becoming very irritating. None of us will ever really, I ain't gonna say none of us, but a lot of us will never know what it's like to be under the thumb of a powerful, rich person like him and enduring everything that you're enduring. Like, come on.
It really didn't take that long, to be honest. She left him in 2019 or 2018. It's been what, 5 years?
Yeah, 2018. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like even her new husband, low key throwing shade at Diddy, took a lot of like courage to do. So I don't think that that's that long, especially being since she was with him since before me and you, 2005 is what you said.
Right. But they always go to the moment that you first experienced the abuse, just like they do with Keke. They're going all the way back to that. And it's like, man, y'all don't know what it's like when somebody got your mind gone.
And she was a kid.
And then now they got your whole livelihood in their hands and shit like that. Like, nah. That girl,
Y'all, let's hear
I
from
kind of
Young
believe
Jock.
it.
Young Jock got a story for us. So this is an old clip. And everybody been pulling up all of the old clips. So this is an old clip of Jock.
That man house and he saw that man wife who was like this. I was watching Puff. The nigga Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. It was bottles on bottles on bottles around her. It was lit. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sitting next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came over and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the fuck kind of request is that? Like, so when I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman's side of her head was shaved, my nigga. And the bitch looked good with it. So I was looking at Cassie. I was like, well, I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm going to do. I was like, well, you make sure you send me a picture before you do that shit. So within like 2-3 days, she sent me a picture. I'm like, she done shaved her motherfucking head. I'm like, that shit look good. When that shit hit the internet, boom.
She started a whole trend, man.
A whole trend. And I watched it happen.
She started a whole
So I got so many moments and stories in time like this, bro. I could go on for.
We sure you could, you creep. But really, like, to me, he not even hearing that story correctly. To me, the fact that she would just be willing to do that just because he asked shows the mind control that was already going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I've always felt like I was nervous and scared for Carisha. I mean, if y'all have been paying attention, Carisha be letting y'all know when shit be going on. She'll post about something that sound depressing. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden she'll delete it. And then it's like, oh, no, I'm good. I can't wait to get fucked. I miss my man. Like, and then there are other times when she's like, I just really, I want to be alone or I'm depressed. Like, she'll just say shit and then it'll kind of like hit and then it'll disappear. And then the next thing you know, she's on a shopping spree. So yeah, I feel like he's abusing any woman that he's with. It doesn't matter if she's a city girl. I don't know why y'all think city girls are different. They're not. They're actually the perfect ones to get into these abusive relationships. Because Pete, JT, and Uzi also give an abusive relationship.
Absolutely. For sure.
So yeah, it just kind of seems like, I don't know what people think the city girls are, but they're just girls who are posturing confidence when at the end of the day, they're just young women looking to be saved like everybody else.
Can you pull up while Necey talking, you'll pull up that other video from the YouTube that you dropped in the chat?
From the YouTuber that I put in the chat?
Oh,
yeah,
the lady.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
I'm not shocked by any of this. Like, any of the claims that she making. The only reason why I think most people are shocked is because she actually talking. And the only thing that'll really get me up out my seat about the situation is if she would confirm what everybody was wondering, which is like, was Diddy joining in on the male escorts? That's what I was waiting on her to say, but she never did. One of the other things I wanted to say is her age in that time frame of like the early 2000s kind of reminds me of that whole escort girlfriend era, like Taz Angels. Y'all remember Taz Angels?
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what Diddy was trying to do. And I mentioned this like 2 years ago, and everybody got mad at me for bringing it up when we talked about it on the show. But I feel like that's what Diddy was trying to do with her and Lauren London. Because it used to be the two of them all the time. He brought them on as like Sean Combs, whatever his brand was, Combs Girls or something like that. And I think he paraded them around like escorts. And I think that's essentially what she was. She was his property for a long time. Lauren London ended up getting out of it, and she wasn't in it for very long. Well, I don't know if she was an escort, but that was the image that he served to us. It was almost like they were his Taz Angels. So I
kind of like Hugh Hefner.
Yes, just like Hugh Hefner. Everybody was.
That's
doing
what I
it.
said.
So I feel bad for the girl, and
yeah,
I'm glad that she's speaking out, but I still feel like she's holding on to something. Her husband had just tweeted that Diddy was gay, 6 months ago? So where is it at in the court records? I want to know.
Now they did say a portion of it is sealed tight.
Okay.
Yeah, they did say
they
a
had
portion
like that
of it is
advisory on the
restricted.
front, like
yeah, some of it's restricted, so they not going. And I think that's from because see, there's a civil suit, and I think there's something else going on. And the something else going on with NYPD is what's like sealed, and you can't get to that, but you can get to like. So I think that has even more details, but that's restricted.
This one right here is what I know about models. But yeah, I mean, y'all know his baby mama, wanted to come out with something, decided not to. Talking about feeding their son alcohol and all of that when the son got a DUI. But yeah, now I've been clocking Diddy being Black Hugh Hefner for a while now, and I was just waiting. So here we go. Like this is the clip that Jami wanted me to pull up.
This is so like crazy. I am being shown November of 2023. So her death date was November 15th of 2018, but I'm being shown November of 2023. I don't think we're done with this. I feel she's shaking her head yes before she stare at me, then she wait, and now she's shaking her head yes. I am being shown that things are being prepared. She is showing me a trumpet. People are standing straight up. And there are people going to speak, not just about what happened to her, about other things. Something is unraveling. For some reason, this is so like crazy. I am being shown November.
So this was the one for me. The info is interesting, especially if you're already spiritually, metaphysically inclined. She discusses how Kim likely discovered how Diddy uses sex for religious, ritualistic purposes to hijack a person's sense of self and inner perception, making them easy to be manipulated. And I've been telling y'all this. I keep telling y'all that that's the reason why men like Hugh Hefner and a lot of them, they go for these young girls, is because they are siphoning energy from them. I know people think that that sounds like crazy, but it's fucking real, which is why they look young for a long time and those girls end up being depleted. Hugh Hefner did that with all of those girls in the Playboy Mansion. They would come there all young and energetic, and by the time they were leaving it with their suitcase, they had aged 30 years. And I think he did the same thing to Kim and Cassie. Kim specifically, like there was a documentary that came out right before Kim died, with him reuniting with Bad Boy. And she was just kind of like in the background. And every time I saw her, I felt like I was watching like a person that was disappearing. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's like she wasn't all there. It's like you could tell she was being put there as a fixture, like just to show that she's there. But it felt like she wasn't, like Rashida say, we here, but we ain't really here, Like she just looked like she had been taken of all of her energy. Like he was sucking all of her energy from her. And I feel like it's the same thing I've seen with Carisha. Y'all can say what y'all want to, but Carisha absolutely be seeming like zonked of her energy sometimes in a way that I don't know if I felt that same way prior to her being with Diddy. Also, it's not funny no more. Like the situation where I feel like whenever they bring it up around Saucy Santana, it's like, I'm not gonna talk about that. You talk about showman, like I'm not gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't wanna say anything, but he don't like the nigga neither. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to say anything. They feel like they shouldn't. But I'm worried for her because I want him real bad. I'm gonna stick beside him. I think I won a prize type shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I feel like I can't wait to see what else is gonna come out because y'all know this is just the tip of the iceberg.
It always
Cassie coming at
is.
him for $30 million
Yeah,
makes me feel
protect
like
her.
this is yes, protect her at all costs. And also it just kind of makes me feel like this is just gonna help other people come out and say whatever their experiences were with Diddy as well. That needs to happen because pull the mask off these motherfuckers. Enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely believe in the sexual sacrifice thing. I do. I feel, and I said this before, but okay. So there's a story about Andre Harrell, and I don't know if this is true, but there's a story that Andre Harrell was basically punking or forcing head from Christopher Williams, the singer. He was on the party with Nene when she flipped out, and Candy was like, "I'll drag you in this motherfucker." The slumber party thing.
Yeah.
Christopher Williams was there. Okay, in case y'all need a reference point.
I'm looking up their
But
names now. Mm-hmm.
so basically, from what I understand, the idea is that you dominate men like that. Like, oh, you need me. So do what I'm telling you to do. And they're usually at a point that's so low that they'll do it, especially if nobody's watching to get out of whatever they need to get out of. But what they don't understand is once they acquiesce, the power that is given to the person that just did that to them, that's energetic. And the idea is if I can dominate people in sex, then I can dominate in business. I can dominate in my life. That's the idea. I'm dominating in sex, taking from people in sex, then I can do the same thing in business. And it works for a lot of people. And I think that that's the reason why Diddy has been successful for so long. A lot of people like him. And if they've insulated their shit to where they make it where it's a whole bunch of celebrities. Everybody's got something to lose. Everybody's got dirt on each other. So ultimately, nobody's going to say anything because they feel like they would be ruining their own shit if they told on him.
I can see that. Did y'all watch this is a little bit of a reach. Did y'all watch The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix?
Yes, it was so good.
I did not finish.
Okay. It's kind of giving not the same exact vibe, but that should be happening in real life.
The children gonna have to pay for the sins of the father.
Baby.
And people are willing to make deals in order for success, and they have to channel that somehow. But at the end of the day, every empire has to fall.
It has to fall. Child, that's
because
crazy.
of what you are willing to do or what you're willing to trade for the success in whatever time you think you have it.
Well,
I'm just reading some of the comments.
Justice
But anyway,
for Cassie.
Justice for Cassie and all of the victims. Okay, thong. But anyway, just real quick before we leave because it's in the title. Okay, I did want us to quickly talk about Will Smith. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. There have been rumors about Will Smith and Dwayne Martin for years. Bilal, the real thick assistant, coming out and putting this information out there is just like I don't trust nothing that's coming out of his mouth, to be honest. But I also feel like we've all heard those rumors. I don't know if that's true that you saw Will being bent over. I just feel like that's the most salacious thing you could think of to say. Jada was on the Breakfast Club and said that they're going to sue him because he tried to get money out of them before. He said that they were doing business together for Will's book and he wanted his just due. So Will offered him a certain amount of money. He said no. And now he's, calling Tasha K trying to do interviews and shit, which doesn't even really make sense to me all the way because why would you not take the money? And you're not gonna get no money from telling your story for free on Tasha's channel. So I'm just trying to understand what's the end game here. What was the point of this? But I do hope that they sue him because at the end of the day, like, come on, bro, who cares? Like that's just weird for you to just say you saw some shit if you ain't really see that shit. Um, and I absolutely would feel like Will would be doing the bending if that was the case. But I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it alone.
Yeah, if it's lies, I say sue. He's not. I mean, Tasha ain't the only person he been going around having this conversation with.
Who else did he go to?
I do not know the guy's name, but I did see a video where he was sitting down with another YouTuber, I believe it was, or maybe a podcaster, where he's repeated the same exact story to somebody else. So, yeah.
The only part that I do believe is when he said, if you want to be in a circle, they send you to a rehab. Because to me, it just sounded like more of a, this is the lifestyle we want to live. Peace and serenity. We'll send you to a retreat, and then you could be a part of the inner circle. But the rest of it, I'm like, Bondy, like, why? Like, when I heard him telling the story, I like screamed laughing because the shit sounded like a parody. I was like, what? So I don't know. I just, even if it is true, why? You could have made money off of it.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if you was gonna do it, wait for it to make some money. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I am tired of y'all caring about if men are fucking. Like, I would like for y'all to get over that and stop making it such a thing. Because if it's not a thing, then people can't, like, shock everybody with it. Is it gonna change anything for you, really? Like, are you not gonna still watch Will's movies like you were?
Right.
Nah, I do. The only one I do want to know about, like I just said 15 minutes ago, was Diddy. Like, not that I just was waiting on Cassie to come forward and just, she probably did. Maybe she was. But literally when them court documents came out, I was like, this is it. I was reading, looking for the moment, like the voyeur shit, all that stuff. That did not really shock me because people have weird kinks and predatorial things all the time, especially in Hollywood. But it's a big piece missing where I'm like, okay, give me that piece.
Absolutely. In this situation with Will, I feel like that's not what we getting. It's not like the Dwight situation. It's not like the Diddy situation where this is like y'all are forcing yourselves on people. This is just possibly Will having a sexual relationship with one of his buddies. And I hope not, because Shake is fucking Shake. So I really hope that that's not the case. And I don't really think that's the case. I think if it was a dude, it's not Shake. Okay, that's what they call him because his ass is shaky. He's always hustling something. And Lisa Ray talked about how when she made him friends, introduced him to her husband when she was married to the dude who was the prime minister of Turks and Caicos, how it was like Shake was a what you call pimp, bring all these bitches around for him to fuck with. So I just kind of feel like I don't know if that's Shake's MO. It do seem, like some grimy shit with him, but I don't know if it's on that level. I don't know. I don't know if Will's being bent over. I don't want to think about it. But I'm going to just say that I don't think Will's going to snap because when they asked Jada about it, Jada bust out laughing because, DJ Envy and them asked, so how's Will handling it? And she just started laughing. She was like, if there's anything about Will, he can make it a joke. You know what I'm saying? Almost like he was like, do I look like a bottom to you?
No, that's what I was wondering too. You was doing the bending.
Right.
Hilarious.
So Dwayne was doing the bending. Dwayne, not me. Dwayne. If I was him, I probably would have laughed that shit off too. People gonna say whatever they want to say. People have been saying whatever they want to say. I wouldn't be worrying about it because people be broke and bored and ain't got shit going on with their lives. So I wouldn't be too bothered if I was him neither. Like, you sue the people that's talking the most and you move on about your day because ultimately, when you're famous, people are gonna hate.
Did they truly confirm that this was an assistant though? I know they showed the video of him with Will.
No, Jada basically confirmed it because she said he was working with Will.
Yeah, with the book. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what he wants from this. I don't know. Maybe based on the tightness of the shirt, maybe he wants some money eventually. But I don't know.
That shirt is so tight. Oh my God. They should have had him sign the NDA. That might have worked. It worked on us for a long time. That was terrible.
Now that's what makes me think that maybe they don't send their friends to rehab, because if they do all that, why wouldn't he sign an NDA?
I'm telling you, I don't think it's like that at all. Like, based on, like, I feel like Will and Jada are more regular than people give them credit for. Like, they're rich. But like when it comes to their like friend group and shit, it kind of seems, Jada's talking about the homeboy that got out of prison that she gave a job to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they kept saying, so he's working for you, and Jada kept correcting him. He works with me. He works with me. You know what I'm saying? I was paying attention to like those little like small subtle things. So I don't really feel like it's like that. And I don't know if they trusted him as much. He seemed like one of them dudes that might create something just so they can act like they saw something, but they could have been kept kind of on the outside and felt a way about that. And so they create bullshit because they didn't get into the inner sanctum. You know what I'm saying? And look at how tight your shirts are. Like,
I heard somebody say that it's kind of given. I can't remember. Was it you, Bondy, or was it somebody else I was talking to? Saying that he's mad because maybe he wanted Will, but okay, maybe it wasn't you. Somebody was telling me that their theory is that maybe he was sleeping with Dwayne, but he mad because he wanted Will, so now he's coming out with something. I don't know.
It's a possibility. Well, fine. So it's a possibility. I don't think it was that long that he worked with him, but child, people be chasing for clout, and black people be trying to help other black people. That's what I'll say. I feel like they be out here giving people jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be trying to like carry everybody on their back. And Will and Jada both come from like humble beginnings. So they didn't come from money. So the people that they grew up with probably don't have money. The people that they went to school with, their family members, cousins, and all of that, they probably be out here giving chances to people all of the time.
Like a candy.
Like, they feel like they're supposed to. Survivor's remorse. But anyway, y'all, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. That's all. I'm done. Tired. I ain't got nothing else to say to nobody. Please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to all of the ladies' channels. Okay, Jami ThatsMe, Bondy Blue, Necey Dixon, the Ladies First Panel usually comes on every Thursday, baby. Okay, next week we will be back on one of the ladies' channels. We'll let y'all know at a later date when that will be. Well, whose channel it'll be on, but it'll be next Thursday. We hope y'all enjoy.
Wednesday, right? Because Thursday Thanksgiving.
Is it Wednesday? Yeah, because it's Thanksgiving. So that's you, Jami?
It don't matter.
Yeah, it'll probably be me. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Either way, it'll be an early show for y'all. So the Wednesday, it'll be on before Thanksgiving. So y'all will be able to watch it while y'all cooking, or y'all can watch it after. Once y'all then, ate all y'all food and shit. But we know y'all gonna want to watch us while y'all cooking and preparing and shit. So y'all make sure y'all come through next Wednesday. Follow the ladies, subscribe to everybody's channel. We appreciate y'all so very, very much for joining the show tonight. It was a good number of people. We missed y'all while we was gone. Like the video on your way out.